All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? Sorry, I had some technical difficulties this morning, keeping you guys waiting. What's going on, Control LeGrew? All things. What's going on, my guy DJ OC in the place to be, spinning on the ones and twos. Shout out to the Parlor of East Wheaton, the great Parlor of East Wheaton. Make sure you guys go follow them on Parlor of East Wheaton at mixcloud.com/POEW. David Howard, what's going on, man? Gianni Legion in the building. What's happening? Fight Game, Valley, HMC3, Mr. Golden, Mr. Barima. Shout out to West Texas. Ray Patterson, Big Kevin, 101. 100, I'm sorry. Franz Kafka, good morning. Man, you were killing me yesterday, Franz. What's going on, Jay Henderson? Jose Lopez. Windy City Assassin, all things. D in the building. What's up? Branford 404 said, "Let's go. What's chat? What's popping?" Man, look, we got some fights coming up, man. I'm so glad we're almost past this Shakur Stevenson bloodbath. Lori Reed, what's going on? But Nick Balling TV, good morning. TWID, that's what I do. What's up? Mac Majestic in the building. Richard Paris, what's up, man? Richard, how you doing, man? Thank you for that support and that cash app, brother. Thank you, man. I don't know if I got it to it in time to say thank you yesterday, but I really do appreciate it. And the other day too. Triple D Texas, what's going on? That garden dog. Hey, what's going on? That dog on Steez. Top of the morning, man. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's the dealio, Byron Banks? You know what it is, man. I'm feeling better today than I was yesterday. I can't lie. The Shakur assault was killing me. The Shakur assault yesterday was killing me. But now, dude, Gervonta's about to embarrass Terence Crawford, man. He said, "Yeah, you got it. You made me a channel sponsor and everything. You living up to your beard color, huh? What, my memory that I'm getting old? No, it wasn't the one yesterday. I know the one about yesterday, but there was a $9 one that you did like a few days before that. No, I remember the one yesterday. That was $28.55, $30 holla minus the what you get for using PayPal. But I appreciate you, brother." Tank is humiliating these clowns. Yeah, man, that shit is not going to sell like Tanks. They got no business out there charging the same price as Tank for that fight with Terence Crawford. No joke. No joke. Like, I want to know what happened to, why is it that they say that Turkey Al-Sheikh doesn't need any money? And if he doesn't need any money, why is everything pay-per-view? It's I think it is $5 more. $79.99. I think they were at $75. What's going on, Brandon House? How you feeling, man? Shout out to Detroit. Yeah, man. I was I'm real put off by that extra $5 that they're slapping on top of that fight. Number one, they're having it in Los Angeles. I don't know, man. I don't think they're making the best decisions with that. But I'll take the fight. What's going on in all things? I'm gonna pay for the Crawford fight. I think that card will have a replay value. I want to be able to delve into it for a few days. I think you can watch it I think you can watch the replay without buying it. Did who just freeze? I didn't freeze. Nah, Bud's resume is not cocky. He's got a very good resume. Very good one. What's going on, Hector Bruno? I'm going to put the link in the chat early today. Please, can we not have any, man, it's tough on me with the kitty shit. I can't lie, bro. I have to tell you, man, I can only do so much kitty shit, man. You're a user. Yeah, he is. Man. Yeah, they are. You can definitely watch it the next day on YouTube. Now I'm gonna buy the fight. I encourage people to buy the fight because I think we should support the fights. I was just put off by it being so expensive. I thought it was going to be, I thought it should be somewhere in the $50 range because there's no real fights on the card that are really like really good fights. They got good fighters on the card, but they're not connecting them with like, there's not a matchup on that card where it's like, oh yeah, okay. Terence Crawford versus Terence Crawford versus Madmaroff is a good. I mean, I want to see the fight. Jerron in his fights this weekend, Poker God. He fights David Avanesyan the day after tomorrow. Now, Buzz he's going to get my money now. I just want to know what happened to all of this. I want to know what's all of this stuff about why they charging me. DeAndre Smith, man, let me tell you something, sir. You have to leave the building, okay? You have to leave the building. It was very nice. It was nice knowing you, brother. It's nice knowing you. Let it go, okay? Let it go. Let it go. It's okay. Let it go. You can let that lie go. You can let it go. No need to harp on it, dog. No need to harp on it. Much love in the Cash App. Somebody supporting from the beginning, saying showing my support for the greatest show on earth. Thank you, man. Bird 101. Thank you, man. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do a good show. I'm trying to get off this toxic ass subject we were on yesterday that had me no joke ready to like snap on somebody for real. Hold on. What? Oh, okay, that's what that is. Hold on. All right. Andre Noble, what up, man? Said Andre Noble says, for your hard work, Martin. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I do work hard, man. I do at this boxing thing. Fanon, do you feel like Keyshawn Davis is in that last did you like Keyshawn Davis in that last fight? Yeah, I liked him. I liked him just fine. I like Keyshawn Davis as a fighter a lot. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Errol in the ring against Fundora. Yeah, I want to see Errol return too. Like, I hate that that's going to be all the way out in November. But look, man, I really wish I could see Errol in an easier fight. I want to see Errol in just a simple, just beat you up type of fight. Just throw him in there with Paulie Malignaggi. Dig up Paulie Malignaggi and give him a shot. Let him run it back with Paulie, man. I want to see that. I just want to see an easy fight out of Errol, but it's going to be wonderful to have him back. And honestly, man, it's around a time where we got to really start appreciating some of these guys as there's a changing of the guard going on. Some of these older fighters are going to be up out of here. There's not too much of Terence Crawford left. Not too much of Canelo Alvarez left. Not too much of Tyson. Fuck out of here with Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury. But that makes Spence. Hey, man, I want to see Spence not be Spence. I want to see Spence get an easy fight, Hunter Young. I can't lie, man. I want to see an easy fight out of him, dog. I don't want a nail biter, man. I don't want a nail biter. You know? Cornelius Broadway say, yes, sir. These businessmen and most definitely in the building. The businessman is most definitely in the building. That's a scary fight for Errol as a fan. Errol may be in trouble. I mean, look, I'm just telling you, it's a scary fight for me with Errol and Sebastian Fundora. I've never liked that fight. I mean, even before he lost to Terence Crawford, I really didn't like that fight. Didn't like it. Still don't like it. But it's not my choice. You know what I mean? It's not my choice. So gonna have to live with it, man. Gonna have to live with it. Give me a second, man. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. What's going on, Juan? Say y'all heard the rumors of man, that fucking ain't no goddamn rumor. The rumors of Shakur and Ryan. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a video up about that later. About that rumor. Yeah. I have one about that rumor. Uh I swear, man, when shit's slow, spread a rumor. David Disdain said Boots, Abdullah Mason, Carmel Moton, and Bruce Carrington are the future for non. Tank might retire in 2 or 3 years. I think Jerron, Abdullah Mason. Y'all doing a lot with Abdullah Mason. I think Carmel Moton's years away, and I don't know about Shushu Carrington. I don't know. I think that the next several years are going to be dominated by guys like Ryan Garcia, Gervonta. I don't see Abdullah Mason as long as Abdullah Mason's with Top Rank, so he's got a ceiling on him. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man, because most of it's going to be interesting. If Jerron can really get it rolling, then I think Jerron's got a great chance. Because there's a lot of really good fights around Jerron. He just has to get to the point where somebody's willing to fight him. You know what I mean? And we still got several years of Gervonta. Several years of Gervonta. But the people coming up behind him, if they give Jared Big Baby Anderson, give Jared Anderson a break. But I don't know, man. I just think that Top Rank has a lot of really good fighters, but they're not really pushing the envelope with any of the black fighters that they have. And Bob Arum chalked it up to age and the fact that he was older and he really doesn't know how to promote these guys to a younger generation of boxing fans. And yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that. But unless they figure that out, then you're going to have a lot of American talent, really top level American talent, really not separating themselves like you'd want to see them do it, you know? That's my take. Let me put this link in this chat in case anybody want to rap with me. Bam is up there, but Bam's just not in a typical weight class. You know what I mean? He's not really in a weight class. What's up to my dude, man? Thank you, man, for that support, bro. Where's my guy? Phoenix the Assassin just hit me on the Instagram. Okay, I got to look at that later. Yeah, Bam Bam's a beast. Yeah, he is. It's just that they, just don't know what the competition level is in 115. But I'm definitely going to enjoy him. I think Bam is definitely, it'd be really nice if Virgil Ortiz could get himself going. What's going on, Curly J? Good morning to you. It would be really good if Virgil Ortiz could do something. I don't know if Shakur is scared of Ryan, but he better be. Ryan ain't to be played with. Shakur is going to beat Ryan. Remisu. I would love to see him fight. They both talked themselves into a corner, though. They really have. They've really talked each other themselves into a corner where, who knows what's going to happen with them. Shakur Stevenson's almost a loss for anybody. But people have done such a job on his reputation over the last several months that it just seems like nobody's really going to want to fight him. You know what I mean? You got Ryan in that fight? Nah, man, I gotta take Shakur in that fight. I don't know though. No joke. Because Ryan Garcia is a lot better fighter than people give him credit for. Michael Houston, you got me looking to the top of your ceiling, man. Can you just take off the camera? No, it's okay. I didn't mind. I'm just saying if you just don't use your camera and you just put just take your camera off, I would have been fine with it. I just didn't want to look up at your ceiling. You're gonna make me dizzy. What's going on, man? LaFell Tyler Jr., man. Thank you for the $5 super sticker, man. Appreciate you, man. Cherokee Terry Ryan is a cheater and jealous of black men. I don't think he's jealous of black men. I don't know where you got jealous of black men from. Is he a cheater? Maybe. He may be a cheater. I don't know. I'm still unconvinced as to whether he's a cheater or not. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you, Larfell Tyler Jr. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for that support, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Dallas, man. One of my favorite cities. Dean by any means. What's up, Dean by any means?
What's up, Fanon? What's the deal, man? How's everything?
I'm well. Hold on one second. Cherokee said, what did you say? I'm entitled to my opinion. Of course you're entitled to your opinion. I didn't say you weren't entitled to your opinion. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. So am I. What's on your mind, Dean?
Well, since we talking about opinions, Joe, I need to know, why is everybody, well, mostly Terence Crawford fans, and I'm a Crawford fan myself, but Fanon, I don't lie for these fighters or have double standards. I'm pretty consistent. Why is everybody okay with Terence Crawford fighting a guy with 10 fights, 11 fights or whatever, but then said y'all whole excuse was Jerron Boots Ennis ain't done enough? So you mean to tell me y'all think this card would be a bigger pay-per-view than him and Jerron Ennis right now? I'm just saying. Because Jerron Ennis' fight is sold out at Wells Fargo. So I'm pretty sure Terence Crawford fight not even sold out yet. I need answers in some type of way. Like I said, that's all I want to know. Because the whole excuse for now, not that Boots ain't good, not that Boots not a champion, they kept going back to, well, he ain't done enough. What he done? What has Madrimov done? Like, to be fighting Terence Crawford. That's all, y'all. I just need some answers. Just let me know what y'all think, because it just sounds like excuse making to me. It don't sound too consistent. Madrimov got 11 fights. What has he accomplished to be fighting the top pound for pound fighter? I'm pretty sure Jerron Boots Ennis is more declarated than Magnemov. I'll holler at you.
Mamarov got a belt. Well, so does Boots.
So do Jerron. I was hoping people would they didn't even think about that excuse before they said it. That's all, Fanon. I just wanted to, put that out there in the world. I'll holler at y'all.
Hey, man, well, I appreciate you putting that out there in the world, man. I get back with you.
Yes, sir.
Peace. Yeah, there is no reason for him not to be fighting Jerron, because that's really the big fight, is him and Jerron. That's a big fight. And I definitely think we should push towards it. Definitely do. Shout out to everybody in the building this morning. I don't know what happened to the last caller, but man, look, God dog, let's talk about Terence and Jerron. Let's talk about I ain't that big on this Ryan versus Shakur thing, because hey man, is it going to happen? Probably not. We don't even know what weight class Ryan Garcia is in. Damn, Dean went 1 minute and 41 seconds, 0.45 without mentioning Tank. Tank. What's the problem with Tank, man? QM, how can I help you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got a lot of traffic going on, but I can hear you.
My fault, I'm a truck driver right now. But I'm a fan of the show. I just got into boxing. I just want to know, like, why can't Shakur fight Ryan Garcia? Like, why don't you think that's going to happen?
Ryan Garcia is suspended for a year. Ryan Garcia don't even know what weight class he's in, because he was at 143 in the last weight class. Said he can't get anything lower than 143. Shakur's at 135. So what is Shakur going to fight him at 147? And when is he going to fight him at 147? In a year, when he comes off suspension, or more than a year, if he stays on suspension for medical problems longer than that? That's why.
True. Okay. Yeah, I'm new to boxing. Gervonta got me into boxing, so like I'm a fan of boxing now, because
okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Roy Jones, I was watching boxing clips, and Roy Jones is my favorite boxer. of all time right now, though. But thanks for clearing that up for me, though.
Yeah, no worries, man. Anytime, QM. Get
All right.
back. Thank you. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's not realistic. Like, because dude's suspended for a year. Ryan's a whole 2 weight classes above Shakur, and you don't even know what network Shakur is going to be fighting on next. Even though I have a suspicion that it's going to be Matchroom. I think he probably will get a deal with Matchroom. I don't see him fighting with Floyd. That'd be a funny thing if he got with Floyd. You just defame me, so I will sue you. Thanks, dude. Suck a dick up till you hiccup. Cherokee Terry. Number one, I don't even know who you are. Okay. I don't even know who you are. You can't defame somebody if I don't know who you are. If your name is not Cherokee Terry and somebody can actually associate you with a name and a face, how are you going to sue somebody for defamation when they didn't even use your real name nor know who you are? It's going to be very, very tough for you to win a defamation, a suit for defamation of character. Anyway, goodbye, Cherokee Terry. Let me get you your Devin Haney ass. Let me get your Devin Haney ass litigating ass up out of here. Okay? The truth is an offense to defamation. Yeah, it is. But even more so is the fact that don't nobody know who you are. They don't even know who they're talking to. Tracy Harris said, Fanon, did you hear Tim Bradley say Boots needs to move up to 154 and Crawford needs to fight him? He thinks Crawford is ducking him. Look, man, Terence, I try not to listen to Tim Bradley, bro. I try not to listen to Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley is just, he's got his tap dancing shoes get in the way of me. It's that every time he takes a step, it's that tickety, tickety, tickety. You know what I mean? I don't know what he really means, bro. I don't know what he really means. Like, if I could listen to him and he could, Fanon, you can't be doing that to the ladies of the clan. Who's the lady of the clan? Cherokee? That's a lady? That's a lady? Let me tell you something. As soon as a lady starts talking about suing me, I'm throwing her ass out. Can Ryan fight anywhere besides? No, he cannot fight anywhere because he can't fight anywhere in the United States because the New York State Athletic Commission is going to have reciprocity with they're going to have their ruling is going to be upheld by every other major sanction, every other state in the U.S. Nobody's going to let them fight if he's suspended in New York. And I would suggest that he doesn't do that because he really wants to be fighting in Las Vegas and New York and Nevada. They're going to work together in that. So no, I think that's terrible. Think that's terrible. He's stuck there. When is Devin coming out of retirement, man? Once he loses these lawsuits. Once he loses his bonehead lawsuit that he's trying to file on Ryan, and he gets stuck with those legal fees. I kind of miss the smell of Fanon cooking King in the morning. I don't miss that shit. That dude is fucking terrible, bro. I think that dude's a stone cold racist, man. I don't like talking to stone cold racists. You know what I mean? I don't like dealing with those type of people. That's not fun for me. But if you support the channel, I'll talk to him. But Frequent Flyer said, Dean, Mr. Pillowfist has embarrassed himself enough. Yeah, look, dude, Devin with them whack ass lawsuits, bro. Like that whack ass lawsuit. That's the worst thing about the whole thing is that whack ass lawsuit. Why hasn't Devin sued Oscar if they did 400K pay-per-views and they ain't getting money? Because they didn't do no 400K. Mr. Pinnock, how can I help you?
Yo, what up, Fanon?
I'm good, man. How can I help you, sir?
No, man. Hey, what's going on with these Boots fans, man? Like they really desperate to get this Crawford fight. I don't get it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I really don't.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely get it.
Why they so desperate for that Crawford fight? Like, why? I mean, they can't see where Crawford's at in his career. Like, dude's trying to do something great before he retires. Like, what's the problem?
They don't give a shit. They don't care. They're not.
What?
You talking about you're talking about Gervonta and his fans. What do Gervonta and his fans give a damn about what Terence Crawford's trying to do with his career? That ain't their business.
I guess, but they ain't got no common sense, man. Look at what's going on. Like, come on, they act like they're blind. They can't see what dude's trying to do.
Why do they care? What do they care? They can see it. He's trying not to fight Gervonta. Everybody sees it. But what do they care?
I'm saying they see what he's trying to do with his career. Like, what's so hard to understand? Like, why they like being illogical? Like, what they
They're
expect a
not being
36-year-old fighter?
Watch this.
Yeah,
Watch this. This
it
is very logical.
Yeah,
very logical. Okay. They're being very logical.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
How they being logical? Go ahead.
They want to see Gervonta Ennis fight Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's one of the biggest names in boxing. He's the same size as Gervonta Ennis, and they think Gervonta can beat him. So they want Gervonta to fight him and beat him so that Gervonta can be the one that beat Terence Crawford. That's what they want. Very logical.
Okay. So what's the logic outside of their logic? Like, outside of their fandom, like, what's the logic? Why would Terence want to do that? Why would he want to do that?
Who cares what Terence wants? For real. I mean, seriously, dog. What do I like? What do I care if Gervonta Davis doesn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson? Shakur Stevenson is a top level fighter. I'm gonna use Shakur. Shakur is a top level fighter. He's an undefeated fighter. He's the WBC lightweight champion. I like Gervonta Davis as much as anybody likes Gervonta Davis. But the fact of the matter is, there ain't nothing wrong with Shakur wanting to fight Gervonta. That's his job. At
least those two in the same generation. So I mean, it makes a little more sense.
And what do you mean in the same generation? They're
in the same generation. Right, they're like 2 years apart. Shakur
ain't high school. This ain't high school. It's not a sophomore. There ain't no JV and varsity. Like, hey, I'm a senior, you're a freshman. Man, we're grown ass men. That man is a world champion at 147 pounds and has the belt that Terence Crawford had.
Okay, put it this way:
what difference does it make, man?
If Boots was already at 154, I guarantee Crawford would have fought him as soon as he moved up.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, it would. If Boots had a belt,
he didn't fight him when they were at 147.
For what? Crawford already unified 147. For what? What's he need to fight? What do you need to fight him for?
Then he's gonna say the same shit at 154.
Not if Boots was already there. If Boots was already at 154 and had a belt, Crawford would move up, and if he had to fight him, he'd fight him.
Mind reader now. It's not
mind reading. No, it's not mind reading because you can see Crawford is trying to chase 3-time undisputed. Clearly.
Bro, that shit is imagination. Because
you
don't know whether or not he's going to fight Gervonta or not. But the question is, the question you asked me. Hold on a second. The question you asked me is why does Gervonta Boots and his fans want to see the fight? Because they don't care what Terence. They don't care what Terence is. What accolades Terence wants at 154. They want to fight Gervonta.
Okay, I feel that. I mean, they're fans. I get it. I mean, for Terence, if he's chasing something, if Boots was already up there, then they would have a gripe. If Boots was already up there, and then he was trying to avoid him, then they would have some legitimacy to their argument. But what they're saying now has no legitimacy. What they're saying, that there's no way he's ducking. For what? What's he ducking? He already unified 147. What's he ducking?
He was ducking. You didn't ask me if I thought he was ducking. You asked why they want the fight.
Yeah. I got you. You're right. But I'm just saying, like, all this duck talk is just dumb. Like, come on, bro. Like, dude is trying to chase 3 times undisputed. Clearly. So if Boots was up there. If Boots was up there and he didn't want to fight Boots, then they could talk about ducks.
Oh, he's the big dog. He's the big dog. He beat Errol. He was undisputed at 147. There's a young potential phenom right there wanting to fight.
But that's not going to add nothing.
People want to see the fight, bro. People want to see the fight. I'd rather see him fight Gervonta Ennis than anybody at 154. Anybody. Jerron Ennis, I would rather see Terence Crawford fight Jerron Ennis than anybody that's at 154 or 160.
I get you. I get you because 154 don't have no stars like that. That's why I got you. That makes sense because they don't have that. They don't have that star power. They don't have a Jerron Ennis at 154. They don't have somebody of that caliber at 154. So I get it from that standpoint. But he's still. I mean, I don't know. These dudes. I don't know. Like
You're a
Jerron
hater. You're a Jerron.
He's not. First of all, he's nah. I'm just tired of all these like people talking crazy, man. Like, first of all, Jerron. Like, let's keep it real. Jerron, if you break it down, Jerron's not even on his level. To be honest, let's keep it real. He's not on his level. I've seen a lot of Jerron Ennis fights. He's not on Crawford's level, bro. Like, keep it real. He's not. And I want one of them Boots fans to come on and debate me about that. I'll get off and let them say what they got to say. But they're not on the same level technically. They're not.
It looked pretty good to me. He looks pretty good to me.
He ain't on that
the
level.
only way we're going to know is if they fight.
I mean, you can watch their fights. They're not on the same level. Not right now. Boots needs some seasoning, bro. Boots needs some seasoning to get up to that level.
Okay.
But I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna let someone else jump on. But that's what I gotta say about it.
Thank you, Mr. Pinnock.
All
right, man. LR said, member for 24 months. What's going on, LR? Marquis said the best needs to fight the best. Yeah, I want to see that, man. Deem is flying out here, man, about Boots. What's going on, Deem? Hey, I'm going to be about 3 minutes, but I'm going to listen to your coach. Okay. So try to go a little long if you don't mind.
The guy that just got off, the reason why we want to still see him fight Crawford is because Crawford has all the belts at 147. He's holding up a whole division. That's why. So you can't say, well, you see what Crawford is trying to do. Well, do what Devin Haney did. When you go up to a different division, drop the belts. That's why. The question I need to ask you, sir, is why is he still holding on to it if what you were saying is true? If everybody knows that he's trying to get undisputed at 154, then why is he holding on to the belts? So Jerron Ennis can't become undisputed at 147. As long as Crawford is holding them belts, he can't become undisputed. Devin Haney ain't do that at 135. Devin Haney went up to 140 and then dropped all the belts. That's what he did. We was asking Devin Haney to do the same thing, so don't get on here talking about consistency. We was asking Devin Haney to do the same exact thing. If you don't want nobody bringing up Jerron Boots Ennis, you at 154, cool. I told everybody this. See, he say he watched, but he ain't been watching like that. We've told Crawford, go up. If you're going to go up to 154, drop the belts. We understand if you want to be 3-time undisputed. Oh, yeah, sir. I was telling Crawford to go to 154 and become undisputed if you're not going to fight Boots. So this is not revision. It's history. That's why we want to see Jerron Ennis fight Boots. Fight Terence Crawford because he's holding up the division. So unless you saying that it's cool to hold up divisions and do all of these things, then okay, that's fine. But then you would be being a hypocrite. Because you said the goal he's trying to accomplish ain't got nothing to do with 147. So don't get up here and be like, we're delusional when the one fighter at 147 or 154, everybody wants to see Terence Crawford fight. Even more than Canelo is Jerron Ennis, my guy. I don't know if you've been out here on these YouTube streets or not, but it's Jerron Ennis. So much so he was getting asked about it by Gilly and the Breakfast Club. That was last year. Just a thought. Oh yeah, his arena is more sold out than Terence Crawford arena right now. That's true too. And he's in a bigger. I believe Terence Crawford is in a bigger city now, isn't he? I'm just saying, my guy. So that's why we want to see Terence Crawford versus Jerron Ennis because most people believe at those two divisions they are the two best fighters. You know, best fight the best. Yeah. So. That's the main reason, my guy. So I don't know why people are so confused on this, but it's not really that hard. You can't be talking bad about Devin Haney and saying Devin need to drop the belts. Then Devin do it. But Terence Crawford can hold on to the belts at two divisions, and that's perfectly fine. Don't nobody care. That's all. I'll land my plane there. I'm waiting for Fanon to come back because I don't know what he's doing. But I'll land my plane
right here, man.
There you go. All right, there you go, Fanon. I just needed to answer that question about, well, he was confused on why people want to see Boots and Terence Crawford. Just drop the belts and I'll leave it alone because we've been asking him to do this. That's all, Fanon.
All right, man. Get back.
All right.
Yes, sir. Hold on. I stopped my own cam. Yes, sir. Marquis said the best need to fight the best. Yeah, I'll take it. He needs to fight Boots. Did I hear Crawford say he needs to move up? Tim Bradley, man, whatever with Tim Bradley, bro. Seriously. Like I can only do so much to Tim Bradley. I do think I do understand that Tim Bradley really does know his boxing and he's obviously an expert on it and he's a terrific fighter and all of that. So, I don't want to besmirch the man and his credibility at all. What? I thought I kicked your ass out of here. Didn't I kick you out of here already? Please don't quote those dudes to me. That shit means nothing, bro. I would appreciate your wrench back. What you talking about? Dinero Bread Kennel, what happened to your wrench? I mean, come on, man. Can we not do that? I'm trying to elevate my game, man. I'm trying to get away from the just bottom basement BS that comes with YouTube boxing. The ridiculous fucking rumors, the ridiculous ass rumors, the just trashy conversations that go on. I'm trying to elevate a little bit, man. No wrench for who, good sir? Deem just I don't lie. What did he say, man? I didn't hear it, man. What did you say that disrespected all of the Bud defenders? I like listening to Tim Bradley, the fighter, rather than Tim Bradley on mainstream. Tim Bradley speaks his mind for real, when he's not in front of ESPN. I don't know if he does or if he doesn't. I don't think he does. I think that Tim Bradley is one of the most biased people in media. Really. Because there is the portion of it where he's definitely giving you what he knows and solid, very, very solid opinion. But dude is pro top rank. Top rank team, top rank management. That's what he is. He's still he's a mouthpiece for Top Rank. He absolutely is, man. Please stop going around spreading shit from channels. Y'all know spread information. Y'all know this already. Just spreading dumb shit. Yeah, man, please don't do that shit because Cat's just trying to stay ahead of there ain't no content right now. There ain't no content, and cats are going to put shit up every day, man. But it's okay. I mean, I get it. But please, man, don't come up with the commercials, man. I got to keep listening to it. I'm hearing a lot more recently, too. What are you talking about? Yeah, Tim Bradley's just he's just very, very pro Top Rank. And the things that he says about PBC fighters specifically, he's just got a dislike and a distrust for them. The dude ain't credible. Get the fuck, bro. He's not dude. None of them are credible. Why would you believe? Did you see anything in there to talk about he's intimidating a judge? He's going to jail for intimidating a judge. What are you talking about, black man? Please don't, dude. Gervonta's going to jail for intimidating a judge. Man, look, these dudes don't understand. Man, I swear, God, dog, man, for real. Y'all need to start talking about. They are taking real news and twisting it. What's the real news, GM? What's the real news? Did Gervonta Davis intimidated a judge? I didn't even think he was up on any charges right now. Bro, I'm telling you, I appreciate you finding me credible, but dog, them other cats, they're not credible on a lot of stuff. So asking me about it, I mean, like, I appreciate you asking me though. Thank you. Tim talked bad about, but off the top of my head, no, I don't believe that shit. That Tank judge felt intimidated by his lawyer. This is going to be some gossipy shit, but hold on a second. Judge called attorney for WBA arrogant and accused him of trying to intimidate her while he argued for permission for his client to travel to Paris to support the USA Olympics, Team USA during the Olympics. Repeatedly says she needs more specific information. She ended the hearing without ruling on the request. We are going to terminate this, Mr. Davis. We're finished with this hearing. Given his status amongst the world's boxer, Mr. Davis would be a key asset in motivating and supporting our team to achieve Olympic greatness and become one nation in the world the number one nation in the world. You're not being helpful. Well, I apologize about that, Your Honor. Handy asked the census that if she wished to add anything besides the office was not opposed to the request. No, thank you. I did you a favor by having a hearing. I wanted more information. Yes, it's an honor, but he's on probation. But later, Handy called Purette arrogant and accused him of trying to intimidate her. He apologized, said no judge had indicated to him that he was arrogant in 20 years of practice in law. Handy shot back and stated she's been on the bench for 22 years. It's unclear when she will issue. How does this shit to him going to jail? So he's trying to go to the Olympics because he's on probation and they're trying to let him out. And that means where do you get he's going to jail off of this? Okay, yeah, to me, no. It seems like he wasn't even there. And it seems like the judge doesn't like Gervonta. And she probably just needs to, hopefully he'll get off of it soon. And how's that anybody's business? Yeah. Yeah, it's just whatever, man. How the fuck does that get to him going to jail, though? I mean, it's a curse. It's just a curse to my. Oh, GM said clown. But man, it's ridiculous, bro. Literally, is breaking news back to jail. There's nothing in that would indicate that man is going back to jail. There's literally nothing in there to say that man's going to jail. Nothing. Not a thing. The judge said his lawyer was arrogant, and the lawyer said, apologize. Nobody's ever told me I was arrogant in 20 years. And she said, I've been on the bench for 22 years, and you're arrogant. Man, he may be upset because she's tripping. You will let the man go to the fucking Olympics? No, we don't know. He's on probation, so I don't know. Hold on 1 second. But it is what it is. Oh, no. Jared Anderson. Fuck. None of the Anyway, I'm confused as to why he's still on probation if he served the rest of his promotion. I don't know why. Who knows? All I know is that thing definitely does not say a word about him going back to jail. So, no, it is what it is. Hey, thank you, Zenith. Said the Olympics asked Tank to advise the Olympic boxing team. They lead with that lawyer shit to bury the positive news story because of their favorite Olympians was not invited and Tank was. The hearing is a request to go to Paris. But they're going to say that it's a request of him to go back to jail. How very, 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 very nice. Right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, yeah, guess he's going to jail. Anyway, put him in jail for asking to go to Paris. But they said he was going to jail. Now that is hate. But who said? Did he actually say that he was going to jail? Sway Jones. Did they actually say he was going to jail? Actually, in this video. No. Then okay, there you go. They didn't say it in the video. There you go. Or back to jail. Man, look, Devin got his ass whooped. Stop being mad about it. Jose Lopez said, I rock with T. Orlando today, man. What the hell, man? How you gonna rock with T. Orlando today? T. Orlando's whack. Yeah, nice. T. Orlando's good people. Other channels going around saying Tank was Devin's mandatory off him being super and Tank being regular had me so confused. Dude, that shit is ridiculous, DJ Bonds. Tank was Devin's mandatory. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Gervonta Davis has never been a mandatory for Terence for Devin Haney. Never. 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 What must hurt? Never. He's never been the mandatory. Never. Not 1 minute, not never. In his dude's career has he been a mandatory for Devin Haney. But they don't really care. You know what it is. All right, welcome back to the... Doesn't even matter, bro. Bring it back to life. Hey, that's so terrible, bro. Oof. In the voice of the people, what is that? I think he was OG before Gamboa fight. He was never. He was never the mandatory for Devin Haney, not never. Frequent flyer, please stop lying. He was never the mandatory for Ryan Garcia. He was never the mandatory. Please stop lying. If you guys can kindly stop lying. He was never the mandatory, not never. Not ever. And if you wouldn't mind not lying to me, I would appreciate it. Because I don't care what anybody else has said. We've already discovered that you know that's not the truth. You know that's not the truth. So what are you caring about what other people have to say about it? You know it's not the truth. You know he's not the truth. Back to the channel. You know it's not the truth. Mercury Retrograde said, do you think the U.S. will get a gold medal in boxing? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. U.S. doesn't really. We don't really do amateurs like that. I know there's some people out there in Houston that we're looking forward to. Rick Timms is looking to, but you know, international boxing's been rigged for a long time, man. Okay, Black Truth, you can drop the subject now. I don't understand the lying for Devin, man, because it all works. I mean, one thing works with the other. One thing works for the other. They're trying to make one thing works for the other. One lie works for another lie. And who knows? They got so many lies tied up and so many things that they're trying to say that if you undo one lie, the whole thing falls apart. I have no idea why in the world anybody would say that Gervonta Davis was Devin Haney's mandatory. There's no reason in the world to say it. It's so blatantly untrue. It's blatantly untrue. Never has been that. Never has been that. Never, and wouldn't even need to be that. Wouldn't even need to be that. Anyway. And they get these gullible ass people. It's ridiculous and annoying. I mean, look, man, it's annoying to me because I have to answer the question 1,000 times. You all ask me, you bring some shit up that somebody else says that is absolute bullshit. You know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit, but you want to keep talking about it. It gets old to me. How many times I got to tell you? I don't care who said it. Gervonta Davis was never a mandatory for Devin Haney. Never. And I don't even think Gervonta Davis was ever a mandatory for anybody ever in his career. It's just not true. It's just not true. Lomachenko, Devin Haney was never Lomachenko's mandatory. Never. I mean, you guys want to you just want to use it so you can say people are ducking people. I mean, you can want them to have ducked all you want. The fact of the matter is he didn't do it. What big channels? Big channels ain't saying that shit. What big channel says that Devin Haney that Gervonta Davis was Devin Haney's mandatory? It's just not true. And it's such a waste of time to have to continue to That's why Devin ain't got no fans. Man, people get a general gist for when you full of shit. All right, welcome back to the channel. All right, welcome back. In 1 second. Out of my coffee. Fucking pain in the ass. Devin is always fighting for money. Yeah, of course he is. Anyway, let's not let this be a Devin Haney conversation. But Frequent, you please not spread lies. Just do me a favor today. Please don't spread any more Devin lies. It gets real old to having to overcome them all the time. You know what I mean? And that's why people will be like, you're just such a Devin Haney. You're just a Devin hater. You're just a Devin Haney hater. No, I'm not. But y'all just make so many things up about the guy that it's like you have to spend all day correcting y'all. They hate on U.S. boxing just like Top Rank and those judges hate on Shakur Foster. Yeah. I mean, they really do hate on American boxing. That's why, I mean, first of all, they keep those guys in the amateurs until they're like 30 years old. So you really are fighting like grown-ass men. You got 18-year-olds grown-ass men. CJ, the Family's Cartel said, Noop, Illuminati not lying. A lot of channels are saying Tank was Devin Haney's mandatory. Name the channels that said that. CJ, name the channels that said that. Just name the channel who said that Devin Haney. Name the channels that said that. Because every one of them is lying. Every one of them is lying. That's a lie. CJ, he's not telling the truth. That's not the truth. He's not telling the truth. Who's next? Because that's absolutely not the truth. But that's not a really big channel. I'm saying I like a really, really big channel. You said a big channel. When I heard big channel, I thought you were going to say something like Fight Hype. Fight Hype got 1 million subscribers. That's not a big channel. But that's also not true. GM, that's not true. It's not true. They're all telling stories. None of them ever, never has he been that mandatory. Never, 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 never. Southpaw did not say that he was his mandatory. If Southpaw said it, that's not true either. Because it's not true. It's flat out not true. Take on the matter. Thank you guys so much for your continued support for the channel. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. Hold on one second. To hell with the Olympic. Okay, Fanon, do you know why they say that, don't you? Yeah, because they lying. I don't know why I care. They're lying. It's not the truth. Freaking flyer. What do I care why you're saying something that's not true? What do I care? He was never his mandatory. Never. What do I care why they said it? It's just not true. It's just not true. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Give me one second. I'm sorry. And I got a big long live stream to be doing after this. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. God dang, this shit is a pain in the ass. Martin, if you explained it to Freakman in detail already, now he's got amnesia. Look, man, I don't know what else to tell you. Gervonta Davis was never the WBC mandatory for Devin Haney. He was never that. He was never the WBA mandatory for Devin Haney. He was never that either. If you guys insist on saying it and insist on believing people that say it, then you guys insist on believing somebody is telling you, not telling you the truth. And there's nothing else I can do for you. Nothing else I can do for you. But you will never see anywhere where it says the WBC ordered that fight. And you can go through the rule book, and in the rule book very clearly says you are never the mandatory simply by the virtue of being the number one contender, nor are you ever the mandatory for being the interim champion, and you're damn sure not the mandatory for the super champion if you're the WBA world champion. You're not the mandatory for that belt. They also have to order it. It's just not true. Anyway, I'm frustrated because I recorded some shit in slow-mo and now my whole thing is screwed up. And oh man. Yeah, but that's all I can really. What's going on, Peter Arroyo? That's all I can really explain. That's all I can say about it. Zenith, I mean, most boxing channels talk about him and Ryan's situation every day. Hopefully, boxing cut down these belts. Look, man, you cutting down the belts is not going to keep people from telling flat out lies. Okay. At a certain point in time, you have to understand what the truth is. Okay. And Frequent, please stop spreading that shit around here because he never was. Glizzer Glock says, shout out to the OG of YouTube, Phenomenal. Shout out to you, brother. What's popping? Phenomenal. Yes. Oh, that's not me. Somebody said Frequent is a Devon sexual. Look, man, exactly. You don't have to keep explaining to imbeciles. Thank you, Bumpy Thompson. It's just I'd appreciate if you wouldn't spread those stories, man. What's going on, Jameson Childress? I'm chilling, man. I can't complain. Just sitting here a little bit frustrated because this little bit frustrated. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Big Dog Willie said Bill Haney started the lie on H Money's channel. Bill Haney on my channel has said that he was not the mandatory. Bro, whatever, man. Yeah, it's on you. What program you edit with OG? Can I go to settings and speed it up depending on? Yeah, I know what it is, man. The problem is, yeah, I know how to do it. I'm just not. All right. Well, it's just such a frustrating situation. All right. It's just such a frustrating situation, bro. All right. Well, let me see if I can get it on this one. Battle of the Beards. You and LRB both got iconic ear. Yeah, he's got a nicer beard than mine. Leonard Ellerby's is all white. He's got a white mustache. He's got white everything, and it's smoother. He's got a way better beard than me. American Boxing is good hands with Mason and Carmel coming up. Zena said Tank, Loma, Shakur been dominating boxing, so that's why they're digging up old talking points to get them back in the discussion. The man taking a break. Y'all should too. We on the real boxing, no joke. For 9, beard win by stoppage. Mine's not as nice as his. Trust me. Why do you keep explaining why do you keep explaining? Because I feel like explaining it, man. I feel you. I filmed the scene in slow motion. I had to go and edit each clip. Watch Jungle Juice, the movie on Tubi or Amazon when you get the time. Oh, for sure. Everlasting Williams said, what could have more he had possibly said that to the judge that makes her feel like she's trying? Who knows, man? Who knows, Everlasting Williams? But I'm going to know. I know this. None of that had anything to do. None of that had anything to do with him. None of that had anything to do with him going back to jail. How do you feel about Cameron and Mace going off on Shakur? I was laughing. I mean, honestly, I mean, that's what you get when you talk shit to people with a bigger platform than you. That's what you get. You know, I honestly, man, am I'm actually like, you know, not the biggest fan in the world of a bunch of drama. You know what I mean? Not really. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. All right, so I know how I'm going to do it. I got one of them segmented where I just got to have it a little bit off, speed it up a little bit, and we'll get that one. Feed Moten the Tank. They're never going to be in the same weight classes. What are you looking for, OG? Nah, I just had something going on the side, man. I'm being rude, actually. I'm being rude. I was trying to figure out because I did a video today and I recorded it on slow-mo. So like now the audio and all that stuff is off. And I have like a time frame that I like to work on every day. So, you know, when stuff gets off, it really kind of throws me, you know? When stuff is off, it throws me. But that's all right. I'll figure it out. I just do it in 3 different little parts. I'll figure out how to get it as close as I can. And then I'll be good. Gotcha. Yeah. That's my bad. It's great to see that they asked Tank to advise the Olympic team. That's huge. Yeah, that is a big thing. That's a big thing. It's unfortunate that he's tied up with this judge though, because that judge probably does have something against him, and because their egos can be very, very big, And trust me, they probably don't. That judge probably doesn't want Gervonta to do well because she didn't want she had problems with him from the beginning. But who it started with, who knows? Big Dog Willie said Haney started the lie on H Money's channel. Yeah, the lie, you're talking about the lie of being the mandatory? Well, look, Devin got his ass whooped. Ain't nobody is mandatory now. What's going on, Peril? What's going on, Peril Infinity? Yeah. But anyway, man, I don't miss the Devin Haney conversation. But it is a step up from that Shakur Mace thing. Because I just think Mason, they did what they did. They talking crap to him. But, it's whatever, man. Bill been lying. Bill lied for man. It's just so tough to unwind it all. You know what I mean? It's really tough to unwind it. To be like, hey, man, what really is the truth here? The truth of the matter is that Gervonta Davis was a champion at 130 pounds when they were lying and saying that he was their mandatory. Because he was the champion at 130 until the day he fought Yuriorkis Gamboa for the WBA title. He had a title shot in his very first fight at 135. Devin is the mandatory for Boots Ennis. Nah, Boots is his mandatory. It depends on what makes the argument best for these guys. I'm happy Boots is back. Hope he puts on a show. Yeah, I hope it's not boring at all. I hope, God dog, please don't run, David Avenetian. Please don't run. Please don't let this fight go 6.1 rounds. Yeah, no doubt. Devin is Usyk's mandatory. I got a feeling Shakur going to link up with Turk. I'm sure you will see Shakur talking to him on August 3rd. Yeah, but who cares? Where's the money? Shway Jones, where's the money for Turkey Al-Sheikh? Where's the money? Why are they charging us for pay-per-views if he don't need the money? I don't believe that, man. I don't believe it. Monty Tucker, good morning, Fanon. Do you think you have a set to sell a pay-per-view to be a great boxing star, or do you have to what? Hold on. He got his ass whooped. Ain't nobody's mandatory now. I'm a remind you every time you have me dying laughing, Fanon. I told you funny. Hey, I'm telling you, ain't no mandatory now. It's the truth. Like when Bill said after the Tank fight, Devin and Ryan had the biggest fight of 2024. Then they asked what the numbers were. He said, I don't know. Crawford's pay-per-view is $80 because they out their mind. That's why. Because they're out their mind. That's why. Because Eminem is there going to perform a song to pay for Eminem. I wonder who's going to get more for this fight, Eminem or Madmarov. Bud ain't the face of boxing. GTD is, of course not. Turkey got a budget from the Saudi king. Yeah, if he's got a budget, then why in the world does he need a pay-per-view? If you don't care about the money coming back. That's what I want. I don't understand that. I don't understand those. Don't understand it. Fanon, Bud had to use the go-go gadget exploding gloves on David. Boots just going to put gloves to his face. I think he should. Hopefully his gloves won't blow up. Zena said, what's the point of all this new money in boxing if they charge them pay-per-views like anyone else then? Yeah, dude, that's my point. That's why I don't believe it. That's why I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. Should have been. This one, I'm not so. Yeah, I don't believe it. Let me just be flat. I don't believe it. I think that more than likely he's trying to make money like everybody else. I think he's trying to make money like everybody else. Y'all making me want to stream this. What? Hold on one second. Shakur's. Oh, get the fuck out of here, man. What do you need?
You don't believe a businessman should get his money back on what he invests in for his country? That's odd.
That's all you want to say?
That's an odd mindset to have when he's putting on every
Well,
single fight.
let me get this right, bro. I don't give a fuck what you think. Let me be real straight with you. I don't give near a fuck what you think.
You never gave Turkey Al Sheikh his fair credit for the stuff he's done for boxing, but
I don't have. Let me be real back again. I don't give a fuck what you think. You can say whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. I don't give a shit what you think. Not even a little bit. Have no respect for you. No interest in having a conversation with you. Not at all. Thank you. Thank you for leaving. Do not give a shit what you think. If you were somebody respectful or respectable, either one, even if you were respectful with your racist ass, or you were respectable, either one of the two, I would be more than happy to talk to you. But just be very, very clear. I don't give a shit what you think. For anybody else who wants to know, if you have all the money in the world and you don't care about money, then what in the world are you charging for? If you do care about money, then you care about money, and then, okay, I get you. If that's what he's doing. If he is putting out money to make money, I understand that. But that's not what you guys were saying. You said that he was just giving out money because he just wants to give out money. He doesn't care about making money. That's what you said. So pick one. Either he cares about making money or he doesn't care about making money. I've always said that he is trying to make money. I've always said that. That's been my stance from the beginning. I don't believe that that he's paying these fighters the money that you say he's paying. Because if he's doing it, he's losing a ton of money. And what reasonable person wants to lose all that money? No, they want to make money. So now we see everything is on pay-per-view. This fight in LA is $80 for the pay-per-view. He must want to make money. What happened to him not wanting to make money? Now all you're doing, you buffoon, is telling me what I've already said, that he clearly wants to make money. So stop acting like he doesn't want to make money. And then he's doing it through the goodness of his heart. Which one is it? Is he doing it out of the goodness of his heart and just because he loves boxing and that's it? Or is he trying to make money? Which one? And if it's both, he still wants to make money. So don't tell me about all these ridiculous amount of purses that he's willing to pay. Because if you're not going to pay anybody any amount of money for any fight, if you're trying to make money, he's not going to give Gervonta, he's not going to give Tyson Fury $100 million and Francis Ngannou $100 million and the guys on the undercard $15 and $20 million a piece. He's not going to have $500 million worth of purses and guarantees on a fight that isn't going to sell. No, man, they're trying to make money. He's trying to make money. And the prices will go up eventually. You guys are the ones singing that. Whoa, we know that Gervonta, we know that Prince Nassim, Prince, what's his name? It's not even a Prince, bro. The Turkey Al-Sheikh, oh, you know he's willing to pay for Gervonta versus Devin. He's willing to pay for that fight. Oh, he would, but he never even said that. Let's just stop trying to act like everybody's the savior of boxing. Okay, that everything's bad on the PBC side and you believe every wild dream being sold you on the other side. If he didn't care about the money, then why is he charging the pay-per-views? That's a reasonable question. Your dumbass wants to say, "Oh, well, he's doing it because it's." You don't think a businessman should make any money for his money? Yes, I do. So which one is it? Is he a businessman trying to make money with the money that he's spending, or is he just trying to bring the whole boxing world together out of the goodness of his soul? You tell me which one it is, and we'll go with that, whichever one. I ain't believed a damn thing about it. I still don't. Exactly. I don't believe that shit. You guys all believe all this. It's so, man, if it's too good to be true, that shit ain't true. Okay? And please, let's stop acting like it is. Hold on one second. Frequent flyer. Yeah. Just stop lying to me, bro. Spare no expense. That was Claymore Rain that said that. Spare no expense. But it's $80. I'm gonna pay the $80 though. Dude, Turkey got money. He's worth like what, $3 million? Is what they say. Chuck E. Cheese gonna pay for your pay-per-view? Oh, yeah, exactly. You're Chuck E. Cheese. Did anybody tell Chucky to come by the channel so I can get that interview with Chucky? I'm still waiting to get that interview with Chuck E. Cheese. I'm still waiting to get that interview with Chuck E. Cheese. That y'all act like, man, act like y'all dumb. But all right, though. I'm still waiting on that Chuck E. Cheese interview, just so you know. Give me 1 second. Shakur. There you go. We getting better with it. Cold-blooded. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Here's his link, though. Hey, man, it's Super Chat Thursday. Anybody feel like supporting the channel would be greatly appreciated. No joke. Really do appreciate y'all supporting the channel day in and day out like y'all do. Having fun. Here's that link, though. They doing the same in soccer. All the old players are playing in Saudi league and getting paid millions a year. It's not sustainable in the long run. I mean, look, man, it is. Look, I don't have a problem if they're going to do it. I don't have a problem as long as it's not in Saudi Arabia. I like this actually. I actually like this this fight though. Frequent flyer, click the link, man. Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Hold on 1 second. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. All right, that worked. All right, I'm feeling a little less frustrated. I was so frustrated today. Turkey knee, it's not sustainable. That's why they're lying about those purses. Man, first of all those guys lie. They all lying about them purses. Oh, $100 million, $300 million. I'm telling you, as soon as Gervonta busted 1.2 million, everybody did 1.2 million pay-per-views. Did you not notice that? As soon as Gervonta and Ryan did 1.2 million pay-per-views, everybody was doing 1 million pay-per-views. 1 million became the new average for everything. Before it hadn't been touched in years. Jameson Childress, thank you, brother, for that support, man. Supporting the channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. And old man Manny, 1 meal a day Manny said, good morning, Fanan and the chat. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well, man. My feelings towards Turkey are not that strong. I think boxing need all the help it can get, but I have not figured why some folks feel the way they do, so I'm listening. Look, here's my thing on Turkey Al-Sheikh. First of all, he's not royalty, so you can stop all that shit. Okay, he's not royalty. You can stop all that shit. And if he was royalty, he's not royalty in the United States, so you can still stop with all that shit. I think that the cards that have been made in Saudi Arabia have been good. But dude, they're not making great fights. They just have fight cards that have a lot of names on the fight card. But the actual people fighting on the card, it's okay. You know, they would have done well if they could have got that Beterbiev and Bivol fight. That was dope. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, getting that done, that was dope. You know what I mean? But most of the cards, they're good cards because they got a lot of fighters with names on them. But, I mean, you know, it ain't revolutionary. Top of the morning, Noop, wrench for Jay Henderson. Yes, sir. I'm definitely not going to call him that. Hey, can you put that link in the comment section, man? If you would not mind. Thank you, man. Shame him with the super chats, man, for real. For Jay Henderson, can you put a comment in the comment section? Because I see Jay Freeman, I don't see Jay Henderson. And then, yeah, I'll get him. Phenomenal show. Freaking Flyer got deleted. Let me add moderator to Freak Flyer frequency. Let me put him in the moderation area. All right, there you go, Jay Henderson. All right, Jay Henderson, you're a moderator now. Got you. What grown man calls another grown man his excellency? Look, man, if they're trying to sell this idea that he's royalty. Fanon, you spamming the timeout button? No worries. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we know freaking Flyers are tripping. But it's more fun than it was yesterday. I can't lie. I was in a bad mood yesterday. Hey, man, thank you, Alton Jones. Thank you, bro. A little support for your knowledge. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, dog. Thank you. Al Ray Jones in the building. And Joshua Roberts in the building with the $5 holler. Brother, thank you, man. He just do one big time and said, "What? How long did I clip him for?" I got you. So it's like Cass gassing Turkey up way too much. And who he is in reality is not what he's betraying in the U.S. Now I can see that. I'm confused with who he was. Look, man, they're trying to treat him like he's a Saudi prince. He's not a Saudi prince. And even if he was a Saudi prince, he's still not. There are no princes in the United States. If he wants to if he's putting money, what I really think he's doing is he's filling in money for the zone. And he really seems to be doing the same type of thing, really, that Daniel Kinahan wanted to do. Really. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like he's really kind of filling in that, hey, man, I can afford to pay for all of these fights type stuff that's going on. That's what it looks like to me. But I could be wrong, you know. It's an honorary. I could definitely be wrong. But I mean, that's what it seems like. I'm not that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Smash that as soon as DK is involved is janky somehow. No, I'm just saying, man. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, like I said, I could be completely wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. Because they always got a mystery money backer. You know what I mean? They keep them a mystery money backer. They keep them a backer. Give me 1 second. Like Buzz Mystery. Yeah, exactly. What's the word for non-salute to the gent? Benzo chilling, man, waiting for Frequent Flyer to jump up here. Where you at, Frequent Flyer? I should have talked to King longer. I should have let King cook. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you so much for that huge $15 holler, Phenomenal Show. Let me put Phenomenal Show is the $15 is the king of supporting the channel. Thank you, brother. Phenomenal Show. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Here's this link though. Let's go. Hit the lights, guy. Yes, sir. I wouldn't give a damn if he was a talking tree. If I'm a boxer and he's paying me real money, I'm getting the money. Bob Arum De La Hoya gonna rob your ass anyway. I don't think Bob Arum is a thief, man. I don't think he has he doesn't have a reputation for stealing from people. I know Eddie Hearn and Bears, man, they set that up, man. Eddie Hearn did, man. That wasn't no real stuff, man. That 5-on-5 stuff, that wasn't real. First of all, Deontay Wilder's not even an Eddie Hearn fighter. They just came up with some way to market it. I think they're very heavy UK. Thank Luke Kane was a phenomenon. I know Eddie Hearn and Bears, he got his whole squad whipped. Yeah, I mean, he's all right. He'll live, you know. I think he'll wind up living. You know. People that say that he got some gas about the Biden, they have a point. What is that? Because Gervonta. There you go. All right. He doesn't have to. He's going to put it on the contract. Nah, I don't think that they're stealing money. If it's in the contract, you're not stealing. But sometimes, if you don't have a lot of leverage, you gotta sign what you gotta sign. It was just it was terrible. Hey, what's going on, Britta? Greetings from Finland. One question: do you know where Finland is? Do I know where Finland is? Yeah, I believe Finland is in Northern Europe, isn't it? Near Sweden. Yeah. Northern Europe, next to Norway, near Norway, Finland, Sweden and Finland, directly north of Germany and Poland. Yep, I know where they are. Yep. If we don't take care of our brothers, who will? How much love for the show and the whole, hey, thank you, Fight Game, and the whole FIB community. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you and appreciate you greatly. Greatly. Give me 1 second. I got to do something where I save myself. For a second. Yes, sir. I think that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. As far as that, I just don't like the fact that it's $80, but I don't mind the fight. I don't mind the fight at all. Back onto, but what does he do for, what do they do for boxing? I like what they do for boxing. I like Turkey Al-Sheikh in boxing. I do. I'm just not somebody that is going to bow down and do all that stuff that obviously they're trying to get you to do. You know what I mean? Like I just think that maybe some of the confusion about like the garb that he wears, right? But he be punking people too, like forcing him to hold his hand. That's some funny stuff out of that dude. Turkey is a goat. He's doing what Al Heyman couldn't successfully. That's ridiculous. Al Heyman is, what do you mean, Al? What's he doing that Al Heyman couldn't do? B. Amos, thank you, brother. What did he do? Turkey Al Sheik is not put on nearly as good of fights as Al Heyman has. How do you figure that? Mercury retrograde. Enlighten me. Thank you, B. Amos. Enlighten me. I'm still waiting on a big fight out of him. This show makes working from home so much more enjoyable, especially in all the boxing talking, brother. Hey, thank you, man. The video of him holding Dana White's hand was funny. It's hilarious, man. These dudes like, look, man, you get your hand up off me. That and the whole thing with him with the chimpanzees or with the orangutans. I don't get that orangutan stuff, dog. I don't get that orangutan. Why they always want somebody driving around in a car with what? What? Mercury retrograde. Tyson Fury and Usyk was fight of the year. It's July, man. It's July. What are you talking about? It's July. How do you figure that's fight of the year? And you don't think you think Al Heyman has never had a fight that was fight of the year? What do you mean? First of all, how is that doing something that Al, man, just get out of here, man. You guys are okay if it's somebody that ain't black. Okay, I ain't trying to hear it, bro. You're okay with it if it is somebody that ain't black. Bruce Gas, Cannabis Education and Entertainment TV said, listening on the road for 9. Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to Bruce Gas, man. Shout out to Bruce Gas. I see you, Juan Cardenas, but I gotta processes and procedures for that. I got processes and procedures for that. Exactly. Benavidez and Bivol ain't even fight yet. Yeah, I mean, look, man, he's good for boxing. I'm not going to tell you that he's not good for boxing because I do believe he's good for boxing. But I think Al Heyman is terrific for boxing as well. I think Al Heyman is terrific for boxing. Can't wait for him to get into the Hall of Fame. Can't wait for that man to get into the Hall of Fame. I'm sure you guys will be voting for him. I'm sure everybody will vote for him. All of the people that can vote will be voting for him. First ballot, without a doubt. No issues whatsoever. Just put him in there. Heyman made the most difficult fights there were to make. No joke. Fanon holding hands is an old Arab custom that was adopted by a lot of Muslim countries. It tells everyone that this person is under my protection and is worthy of the same respect and prestige. Yeah, I'm sure it has something to do with it. Yeah. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. It's still funny to me. Because like, man, I don't need you. I know it's like you're under my protection. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're under my protection. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I appreciate it. Okay, that's not. They said what Heyman has made the most difficult fights. Yeah, he is. Here's his link though. Y'all can chop it up, man. But yeah, I'm just not overly impressed with I'm not overly impressed. Like, well, I mean, it's good, man. I'm not holding no dude's hand, not unless it's my dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it is what it is. Handshakes will do just fine. No holding hands for me. We Americans. Yeah, I just thought it was funny, man. But honestly, man, I'm hoping that this card does well. I just don't think it is, man. I don't know how well this fight card is going to do. Let me look at these tickets real quick. StubHub. They got reasonably priced tickets, though. Oh, they got a lot of reasonably priced tickets. Oh, this is good. The prices are reasonable. Let me see. Yeah, it's probably going to sell. It's going to get done. Dana Gallimore said, "I take that back. I'm only holding another man's hand during prayers at Thanksgiving over food." Yeah, I'm not big, but I don't mind. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm not really tripping on it, man. I know that's their custom. I appreciate you letting me know. If Crawford wins, I wonder if they will try to match him with Canelo. They can try all they want. It doesn't seem like Canelo really wants to fight anybody, to tell you the truth. You know, Canelo Alvarez, I like Canelo, but I can't lie, man. It doesn't. I'm not 100% confident in We're gonna have to lump it. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% confident in him actually wanting to fight somebody. So no, I don't think he's going to get Terence Crawford. Didn't Canelo say? Aren't they saying Canelo? Like people are talking about Canelo trying to fight Edward Berlanga or Chris Eubank. Like he doesn't care. I mean, if they just don't care, man. I want to see that fight with David Benavidez, but Al Heyman definitely deserves more credit than Turkey, especially in his boxing game. Well, yeah, of course he does, but that's never going to work. I bet they said that but he is working. I do think that Turkey Al-Sheikh is really working it with different promoters very well. The Twitter, I do think that that's the case. I'm a Canelo fan. He GTA fight. What is GTA? David already because David looked small in last fight. Yeah, well, David just needs to stay. I do believe that David needs to stay at 168 pounds. Give me 1 second, and then I'm done with my drama. Canelo is like old city workers. They come to work and do no work and get the best salary. You compare Boots with Bud. T-Wash Beats. What do you mean? Do I compare them? Yeah, I can compare them. Absolutely, I can compare them. And make a good comparison, too. Oh, Grand Theft Audio. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Nomad 311 said, we appreciate you, Fanon. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. This is so much of a better show than yesterday with y'all trying to kill Shakur Stevenson the entire goddamn day. Not you, sir, that comment. Y'all got a problem with two men holding hands, but will pay real money to watch Superman wrestle in punk panties. Oh, man, hey, man. What is it? No, GTA equals gotta? GTA equals gotta? Why don't you just put gotta? Facts, Phenom, they trying to say the Mexican monster's a weight bully, but he moved up and looked too small up there. Yeah, he's a 168. He's a 168 pounder. Mr. Wrenched Up Frequent Flyer frequency. You're wrenched up, dog. You're wrenched up. Agreed. That would be a fight I want to see. David and Morrell. Yeah. I think those are all great fights, man. I definitely want to see them. Trav, hey man, Trav 202, thank you, brother. Said love to Fanon and the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Trav 202. All right, so let's get back on to Shakur Stevenson. Hey man, y'all want to get on here and talk bad about Shakur Stevenson for 20 minutes? Hey man, I don't have Shakur's name in here, man. Y'all got mighty quiet, man. Thank you, Trav 202, brother. Thank you for that support. And you are now, I do believe, the channel sponsor. Yes, you are. Thank you so much, bro. My guy, Trav 202. That must be, are you in DC? Hold on. Yeah. All right, sorry about that. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that you like it. Thank you, man. That's how they call it. It's like David Benavidez not used to fighting guys his size or bigger. Well, he fought a guy that's probably a cruiserweight. Tell you the truth, dude is really big. What's his name? Is probably more of a cruiserweight. He's probably a cruiserweight. Man, that's big. Thank you, Omega Red, for teaching every morning. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the $20 holler. Let me put you in there, man. Y'all need to click this link, though, because I seriously, dog, Gervonta Davis about to embarrass Terence Crawford. Because Gervonta did what? 400,000? 400,000? New channel sponsored by a penny. Yes, it is. But we're gonna round up, homie. We're gonna round up. We round up that penny. Omega Red. And Travis 202. Thank you, brother. Thank y'all for that support, man. Thank you, man. Tell Benny stop using snack, then fight Canelo. Who was that? Benavidez? Why you calling him Benny? That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Give me 1 second. Shakur Stevenson. God dang. Hold on 1 second. He goes to one. All righty. Now I'm done with all that obnoxious stuff that I got set back on. What's for dinner for now? What you talking about? You should hire a video editor. You should get out of my face, bro. And you should kick fucking rocks, is what you should do. Metrograde, I'm done with you, bro. Mind your business, okay, homie? Mind your business. You got money to pay a video editor, dude? No, thank you. I'm on this live stream for like 5 hours, like between 3 and 5 hours. I'm going to do a little work on the side, man. Y'all be okay every once in a while. Benavidez has been calling out Canelo for a while. It's more like Canelo put down the bad meat and fight David Benavidez. Yeah, it's time for that fight to take place, man. It's really time for that fight to take place. Oh, I forgot Zenith, man. I'm tripping. I'm sorry, Zenith. You were in there too. That's my bad, Zenith. I'm still used to calling you Zenith 360. I'm still so used to calling you Zenith 360. There you go, bro. Got y'all, man. Thank y'all for holding me down. All right. Now I'm 100% there. Thank you, Zenith. I'm sorry about that. Canelo looked at Benavidez like weight bully. Benavidez will Bivol will trash Benavidez. I think it'd be a good fight. I think the real man there is Beterbiev. Fanon, Gary, Mr. Chestnut said, Ralph Chestnut said, Fanon, I like Shakur as a fighter. My take is he's just doing things his way. Just my take. I really, not really caring too much about fans, media, etc. Just my take. He's still young. I mean, he's 27 years old. My thing is this, man. It's like Gervonta's going to give you what Gervonta gives you. Gervonta is going to give you what Gervonta Davis gives you. Shakur is going to give you what Shakur Stevenson gives you. Same thing for every other fighter. You know what I mean? So I do believe that Shakur talks about being the absolute best in boxing and speaks of himself in a way where he thinks he's better than everybody in the ring. And I've not seen anything that he's shown in the ring that would make that not true. But he's not going to give you what Gervonta gives you. He's just not going to give you what Gervonta gives you. So you're not going to get that level of excitement out of Shakur. But Shakur is a very necessary fighter if what you're looking to do what are you talking about? This is for you, Fanon, but I laugh at the casual title. Which I am fights going 12 rounds is boring to me. What? Unless it's action-packed, just dancing around is a snooze fest. 7 or 8 rounds, I gotta go. What is casual? What are you talking? I have no clue what you're talking about. I laugh at the casual title. What is the casual title? Oh, this is not for you. Oh, okay. All right. That's a grown man in Shakur, but let me guess. He's never going to have that. He's just not that type of guy. That man strength stuff ain't real. I mean, it's real to a certain extent, but that's not what it is. What it is that Shakur is in his third weight division. So he's up 3. He's already in a weight division where he's not going to carry a lot of power. He's in his third division. By the time you get to your third division, you're typically not toting the same power that you were toting in earlier weight divisions, even 130 for him. You know what I mean? He just doesn't have that power. Man, no joke. Thank you to everybody with the $20 hollers on Thursdays. Thank y'all for allowing me to do this. Know that he's going to be razor sharp and cautious. He's all right. If Shakur would have never talked big before the fight, saying he was going to knock Artem out, and nobody would be on his ass, right? Oh, they would be on his ass. Yeah, they would. Tyler Hingleton, how can I help you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Fernand. How you doing, man?
I'm well, sir. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, man. I can't complain either, bro. Yeah, I just want to get my thoughts on it, man. I'm tired of like people like saying like it's a bore and snooze fest. You know, when a guy like outpointing his opponent and everything. You know, and history shows, you know, the more technically sound fighter, you know, beats a boxer puncher like 80% of the time. majority speaking. And I hate how people keep saying like Shakur doesn't deserve a shot at Tank. It's always been about the best fighting the best. And Kerr's a 3 division champion, man. Even though I still got Tank like winning that particular matchup. And shoot, it's the same thing. Like people like Crawford fanatics, like criticizing Boots, like how he just clout chasing, he fighting leftovers. Like when's this term leftovers like actually been used in the sport of boxing, man? To discredit the next guy up.
I mean,
like people have been fighting each other for years, man. I'm just getting sick of it. Man, we just live in this day and age, in social media, where people can really, put out their opinion, even if you don't really agree with it, man. I'm just getting sick of it. But anyway, man, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Boots knocking Evanesian out this weekend. Probably go 4 or 5 rounds max. I take it.
Hey man, I don't know. It just depends on what Evanesian's starting to throw some punches. He may get put out of there quick, man. But we'll see. I'm just looking forward to seeing Jerron back in the ring. And I hope it's more than a round. I really hope it's more than a round. More hopefully we can get 3-4 rounds. Hopefully we can get 3-4 rounds out of that. And Evanesian tries to put up a little bit of a fight, but I have a suspicion that it's not if it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't with Jerron. More than likely, if he knocks him out too quick, then he's just leftovers. He was trash. If he takes any longer than Terence Crawford took to get him out of there, then it's going to be that. But I'm just really happy to see him back in the ring. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, me too, man. Shoot, honestly, man, he's actually been my favorite fighter for the last 3 years, man. Like, shoot, he's right. This boy's like Floyd Mayweather all over again. Like he started in the gym, like coming out of the stroller. That's all he damn knows. He lives and breathes boxing. So you can't sit there and tell me like he's not ready for all the smoke. That boy's been ready for the last 2 years, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I never seen someone like avoid it like how he's been. I never seen someone like he's really, that boy's special, man. I just wish he get the opportunity to prove it. A guy with a bigger name.
Yeah, he'll get it. You just got to keep rolling. He'll get it. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yes,
All right, get back at you.
Get back. Who said Shakur doesn't deserve Tank fight? Who are these people? Yeah, he deserves a fight, and more importantly, that fight's gonna have to happen if he stays there. Certain aspects of it is not our, it's really not. Certain aspects of it it's really not our opinion that counts. Canelo Cherry, yeah, Canelo Cherry picking again. Shakur is just not that guy. Shakur is that guy. I disagree. I say Shakur is that guy. He's just not a knockout artist, man. I've been a fan of fighters before that are not big knockout artists. I have definitely been a fan of boxers that have not been knockout artists. If you like Devin Haney, you gotta love Shakur. If you like Devin Haney, you gotta love Shakur. So that means he's got at least 15 fans right there. Shakur on snack 2, is he? Good for him. Need to snack it up some more. We need more snack out you. We need some more snack out you. He just got put out more combinations together and sit down more on his punches. Yeah, I mean, I thought he won that. Shakur will damage pay. No, he won't. That shit will do a lot of pay-per-views. Shakur is not going to damage Tank's pay-per-views. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You know what I mean? He's going to have all 15, exactly, Dan, all of 15 of Devin Haney's fans. Y'all wasn't crying about this with Devin. Why y'all crying about this with Shakur? Y'all ain't crying like this. You ain't cried about Devin like this. Devin didn't need all of this. And Shakur's been not knocking out people. What the fuck is this all of a sudden? Excuse my language. What is this all of a sudden? Where's this all of a sudden? Lomachenko ain't been knocking everybody out. Where's all this all of a sudden? My bad. I thought, okay, sorry. Devin tries to his detriment in the last fight, but shit gets, bro, he didn't. Lomachenko's exciting. Gervonta, Shakur Stevenson is exciting too. Let me tell that lie. I just want to know why y'all trying to throw this man's fight away. I think you guys are really Gervonta haters, trying to get rid of this win because it looks winnable. Because now you guys think it's winnable for Gervonta, so y'all don't want to see the fight. I know how it goes. I know how y'all out here trying to put your fingers on the scales of justice. Out here trying to block Gervonta's payday, trying to block Shakur's payday. Who you want him to fight? Who is he? So guess Gervonta's not ducking anybody anymore, huh? TBE is TBE. Thank you, brother. He said Bud only fights people with injuries and long layoffs. Madmarov has 10 fights. The so-called PvP Crawford need to be held to a higher standard. Hey, man. Yeah, Sharon Lamel. Dog, I don't know what's going on with you, dog. You more than likely going to get clipped. I can't lie. You on the get clip button. Thank you, TBE is TBE. And Deborah Brooker said for Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, man. Fanon, Cam, and Mace fell asleep watching Shakur fight. So what? What do I care? They fell asleep watching. Well, nobody fell asleep with Devin's last fight. I got to tell you that. But that shit was Devin, that fight was no less boring than Regis Program Devin. It was no less boring than Gervonta, than Devin Haney, George Kambosos. George can't, either one of them. I mean, this guy, he's right there with Gervonta. He's right there with Devin. He's got the same level amount of excitement as Devin does. The same amount. Yeah, dog. Same amount, bro. Same amount. Same promises of knocking people out. Same failure to do so. Same failure to do so, bro. What do you mean? I'm not being dishonest. I'm being stone cold honest. Devin was more fun. Frequent Flyer said Devin almost fell asleep in his last fight. Hell yeah. Devin damn sure almost went to sleep in that fight. Shit, yeah, Devin definitely looked like he was about to go to sleep in his last fight. That ain't no lie. Devin's last fight with Ryan Garcia was exciting, though. That was exciting. Maybe that's what Shakur needed to do. Maybe Shakur needed to get dropped 3 times to add the levels of excitement. Did anybody watch the second Haney versus Kambosos fight? Yes, I watched it. It's very, uneventful. Ryan made it. Yeah, Ryan is exciting to watch, though. You can say what you want. Ryan's exciting to watch. Regis Prograis is exciting to watch. Gary Antoine Russell's exciting to watch. There's a lot of fighters that are exciting to watch, man. A lot of fighters. Fanon, that was that Nandrolone Osterine flavor, though. Hey, dog. Who took it? And Devin blocking lefts with his face. Yeah, that was exciting. I can't lie. That was riveting. That was riveting. That was engaging. That was what you watch boxing to see. You know what I'm saying? That's what you watch boxing to see right there. That ain't no joke. Ryan has ADHD, so he's going to force the scrap sooner or later. Hell yeah. Ryan said, fuck it against Tank. It just started getting loose. Ryan the racist, man. Why are you calling Ryan a racist, man? For using the same, you really think Ryan's a racist? Like King? You think he's racist like King? Or you think he's like a legitimate one? Like one that really knows he is? And like really, is he like, kind of like a King, kind of that way because he's ignorant? Or is he, like for real, like he doesn't, ignorant of his own sense of his own sense of superiority and and believes that he has the right to look down and judge other people like that? Are you saying that he really, really, really doesn't like black people? Like, I don't think that about Ryan. I just think Ryan's an idiot. I think Ryan's an idiot. And he falls into the category of people that probably are racist but don't know it. Like, I think he's probably is racist. He definitely harbors some racial sentiments. Definitely does. Definitely does. Definitely does. I just don't think he believes that about himself. Like me, I've got some prejudice that where I don't like certain dudes. And I know I don't. I'm just be dead honest with you. There's a group of men that I don't like. Like, and they got to do something where I meet them and I'm friendly with them. But other than that, I just want to slap them. Like, no joke. I want to slap them. Like, I see them, I want to slap them. Like, they really, truly offend me. There is a group of males of a certain ethnicity that I just want to slap everyone I see. Like, just as soon as you start talking, I want to slap you. So I know that I have it in me. You know what I mean? Kurt Hurd said, I'm changing my watching needs for Shakur. From now on, I'm going to watch to see if his opponents can be the one to break his defense. So rooting against him will be fun to see his dog let. I like that, Kurt Hurd. Thank you, brother, for that support, bro. You're such a big supporter of the channel. And general manager with the $10 holler, brother, making it work on Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, because I took a big risk and not wanting to talk about Shakur today. Pitbull said he won't fight Shakur. Pitbull being a punk, then Pitbull need to give up that belt if he ain't willing to do that. Then Pitbull needs to give up that belt. No joke. He needs to give it up. He said, "Nah, Ryan's a racist dog." Yeah, I mean, I believe that he harbors it. I really do. I do. I really do. I grew up with a lot of people like that, man. I'm telling you, it's funny business. It's really funny business. Because they don't think that they are. They really don't think that they are. They really think that their feeling is based off of concrete information. You know what I mean? And it's not some prejudices that people trained into them. It's a very powerful thing, especially on television where you have people behaving like buffoons on a regular basis to back up that stereotype. As long as we got get it sexy. As long as you got sexy reds out here, you're going to have some people think black people are buffoons. Flyer frequency for 9. Anytime you talk bad about dead black people, you got to be racist. You want to kill them again. Dog, look, like I said, I believe that I don't know. Because y'all say bad thing about, people say bad thing about dead people all the time. Imagine Ali hating on a younger fighter he helped build. Floyd was the one of my favorite fighters, but will ever be a solidified lame ox steel. Hey, man, it's tough to get over it, man. We don't know what Ali would have done because Ali lost the ability to speak clearly. So you don't really know what happened. But Ali is just a different level than Floyd. So Ali really didn't have what Floyd has. He doesn't have the little man syndrome. He was Ali for a very long time, bro, and he's Ali all his life. So he's just the shit, pretty much. Ali did hate a little bit on Joe Louis. A little bit. Joe Louis hated on Ali, though. So that was mutual. Joe Louis did a lot of that. A lot of that hating on. He said, you told me I'd be a bum in a month club. He said, you be on the tour. Joe wasn't trying to hear it, dog. Joe wasn't trying to hear it. Because Ali didn't appreciate Joe Louis. I don't think Joe Louis, he felt like Joe Louis didn't give him his respect. A lot of people talk about dead black people. Think before you type. Yeah, heck yeah. Y'all talking about Biggie to this day. To this day. Daniel Gallimore Martin, what do you think? Do you think Kerr and Loma should fight for Tank? Should fight for Tank? Or should Tank fight them both? I would honestly prefer to see Tank fight them both. I would prefer to see Tank fight Lomachenko than Tank fight Shakur. Because I want to see both fights. I think Shakur very well may be after this weekend the best fighter in boxing. I'm waiting. If Matt Maroff gives gives Terence Crawford any type of fight. Any type of fight, bro. Any type of fight. Any type of fight. Because of his age, I got to go with. Well, no, I mean, I still got to go with Terence, but I think if you put Terence aside, I think Gervonta Davis is the best fighter in boxing. Definitely better than Monster Inoue. Definitely better than Monster Inoue. Definitely better than Monster Inoue. Kenneth Johnson with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, sir. God, dog, we've been on 2 hours already. I can't believe it. What a fun conversation. Joe Louis was a go along to get along tight. Ali stood for something. That's what the issue was. Joe never challenged or taunt. No, Steele. I don't think that. I just think that Joe Louis. I think Ali's an asshole sometimes, and people don't like dudes that behave like they're jerks. Ali can be a real jerk, man. You know what I mean? He can be a real jerk, and Joe Louis beat up people for a living. So his look is like, boy, I'll whoop your ass. That's what he felt like, because Joe Louis ain't no joke, man. Joe Louis, he's like, you're too slow, too flat-footed. Okay, don't let him catch you, Cassius. Don't let him catch you. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Louis, I would love to have seen Joe Louis fight George Foreman. Joe Louis could have gave George Foreman some business. Joe Louis is a very underrated fighter, man. Joe Louis, a very underrated fighter. Very underrated fighter. Bud should definitely give a boxing clinic on Madmarov. Hey, we'll see what Madmarov brings to the table, man. We'll see what Madmarov brings to the table. We trying to pub the fight up. Let's pub the fight up. Let's get it going. Man, y'all go watch those documentaries Blood Boxing made on Ali, the best shit out there. That's what's up. Yeah, I need to go check out. Man, I ain't heard back from Blood Boxing in so long. Blood Boxing be dipping on me. One Body in Yahweh. How can I help you, One Body in Yahweh?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
Oh man, I'm well, just at work, man. And I just saw Bleacher Report. It popped up that Bob Arum just announced that they're I guess they're close to making finalizing our for November for Loma and Tank. I just want to see if you saw that, if you saw it or not.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, it just popped up on Bleacher Report. They're aiming for November for a unification bout.
Oh, if it's on Bleacher Report, that's redone. But okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just popped up on the thing, so I was
that's gonna be redone. But anyway, cool.
Yeah. I have one question I have for you is if Crawford doesn't fight Boots at some point, right, in the near future, even though he beat Errol Spence and that was like the big time, okay, he's arrived. But if he doesn't fight Boots, would that have a kind of a Canelo avoiding Benavidez effect on his career? Do you think so?
Can you repeat that question?
Okay, if Boots doesn't, if Crawford doesn't fight Boots in the near future, will that have a negative effect on his career? Like if Canelo, even though he has all these accolades, if he doesn't fight Benavidez, you're always going to have to side eye him for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like his career. Do you think that would happen to Terence if he does not fight Boots?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's like that.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was just wondering because I'm always gonna side eye Canelo if he doesn't fight Benavidez. Like his career legendary, yes, but you didn't fight Benavidez and you still could have, so that's all I wanted.
Yeah. I don't think so, man. I think it's a real bad look on Canelo. But I don't think it's as bad a look for Terence if he doesn't fight Gervonta. Because they've not, if he stays there and continues to fight and Gervonta moves into that weight class and he still doesn't do it, then yeah. But but I appreciate thanking One Body in Yahweh.
All right, man. Have a blessed one, everybody.
All right, man. You as well, man. Get back. Yeah, I don't hold it against Ali. I just know that could be a jerk, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think people that are older don't necessarily look at younger people the same way that younger people look at older people. Like, I don't have like a fan. I don't have like the same opinion about Tupac that kids that were as people that were little kids when Tupac was around. Tupac is younger than me, so I just don't think of him the same way y'all think of him. Think of him as a regular person. And I remember when he started, and I thought he was very, very good at what he did and all of that. But I don't look at him. I don't have the God complex that y'all. I don't have I don't have like this God worship of Tupac Shakur that some of y'all do. And it's just and there's so people that were younger than Ali or the same age of Ali or just a little bit older than Ali that didn't look at him like that either. It took a long time before Ali really became Ali, to the 1970s. And so it was like all of the 60s. And I do believe that Ali knew Joe Louis before he turned pro. Ali called Frazier a sellout and a Tom, and what you have to respect is he couldn't mentally break Smoking Joe. No, he didn't. He didn't take that, man. He took that shit seriously. Dude, people don't like that, man. All that calling people coon and Tom and all that shit y'all be doing. People don't like that. Like, that shit ain't cool. Like, you got people, and I'm telling you, man, I've never liked that Muhammad Ali ever said that about Joe Frazier. Like, you don't have a right, man. Dude, nobody figured out exactly how to solve this problem. Who are you to be judging people like that? That shit this has bugged me for a minute, bro. What about Mastermind, man? Mastermind got to kick rocks, bro. That dude ain't right. Boots is one of my favorite. He needs bigger fights. Yeah, well, he'll get them. The thing is that the fights have to be big because of him. That's what Gervonta did. Gervonta made the fights big because of him. That's something that these fighters have to do. They're going to have to sell their own fights. And some people rely on other people to sell their fights. Some fighters can sell the fights themselves. Mike Tyson sells Mike Tyson fights. Mike Tyson sold Mike Tyson fights. People want to see Mike fight. Gervonta fights Mike. Gervonta sells Gervonta's fights. I don't think Floyd really sold Floyd's fights just by himself. I think Floyd always needed a dancing partner. I think he always needed that. I think he always needed the dancing partner. Thank you, Jay Slim in the building. Thank you, brother, for that $5 holler, brother. That's huge. Thank you, man. Thank you for that $5 holler, man. And definitely Wilbert Rogers. Thank you, sir. That Gervonta just sells it himself. He sells that stuff himself. If any of you was Floyd, then Tank disrespect you would have been responded to Tank negatively. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would have or not. Honestly, man, if I was Floyd, I wouldn't be doing none of this shit that he does. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Y'all probably wouldn't see me. You may see me at a fight every now and then, but that'd be about it. You made enough money to earn you so you don't have to work anymore? Nah, man. I mean, vacations and things like that. We be doing things with the wife, but I wouldn't be doing all of that. El Chapo says Shakur tells females he's going to tear it up and proceeds to give an underwhelming performance and cries after saying he will do better next time. I mean, shit. What's the problem with that? He craves the spotlight for 9. He's been in it too long. Yeah, he does. He does crave the spotlight. But, I said, man, that is, for me, you could keep it. I'll take that money, though. Take that money, take that money, take that money. I'll take that money. I'll take that money. He craves the spotlight. He's been, what is this? Not grammar, people? Oh, what are you talking about? Frederick Meadows with the laughs. What did I say to make you laugh? Man, I'm enjoying this live stream today. I swear I'm enjoying this live stream so much better than I was enjoying it yesterday. That Shakur bashing was killing me yesterday. Daisy Sanchez said, I strongly agreed Floyd has always right dancing partner. He could afford to be boring, but Shakur couldn't do it. Look, Shakur will be exciting if somebody tries to put their hands on him. Juan Cardenas said, you looked tired yesterday. I was tired of that topic. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I was tired of that topic. I don't really like the bashing of American fighters like that. And there's a lot of Gervonta bandwagon riders we're doing way too much. You're doing way too much. Floyd had pop on his punch is not really the same thing. No, it's not the same thing. Floyd is a better fighter than all these dudes. Floyd's just a better fighter than these guys. Everybody except for maybe Gervonta. Floyd and maybe that's a maybe. Floyd is a better fighter than these guys. Floyd is a better fighter than a more well-rounded and a better fighter than Shakur is. Floyd will step to you. If you're not fighting, Floyd will fight. Floyd will punch when you're not punching. It seems Shakur seems a little bit more formulaic than Floyd. Facts. I think Shakur needs the top level pressure fighter to bring out the dog or puppy in him. That's fucked up. We will see. Floyd had pop, timing, skill, IQ, defense. Yeah, but he also at that smaller weight classes. But you know what it is, man. It is what it is. People always paid to see Floyd lose. Floyd was definitely a masterclass boxer and definitely one of my favorite fighters of all time. Plus, Floyd had a lot of pop in his punches to keep people at bay. Yeah, he did. Floyd didn't fight guys coming off losses either. Shakur didn't have much of a choice, though. Nah, Floyd, he didn't pick that opponent. That's a terrible, that was a stinker of an opponent to pick for him. I think you would have got the same thing out of Frank Martin, though. I think you would have got the same thing against Frank Martin. It would have went the distance. And Shakur would have won a fight where people are like, what are you going to do to try to push the fight? And Shakur ain't somebody to push the fight. Floyd will push the fight on you. Floyd pushed that fight against Victor Ortiz. He pushed that fight. Honestly, man, he pushed the fight against he really pushed that fight against Zab Judah. He really pushed the fight against Zab Judah. He stepped to Zab Judah. Yeah, I got to watch the Cotto fight again. Yeah, man, but he threw hands with Cotto too. Marcus, he said, for now, we criticize Bud fighting David Avanesyan and how Bud picked less comp. So how does Bud fight less comp help him? That's a totally different situation. Thank you, El Chapo. It's a totally different circumstance. People criticize Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford decided to fight David Avanesyan and not Errol Spence. The reason that Boots is fighting David Avanesyan is because Terence Crawford wouldn't fight him. So Terence Crawford is the primary cause, that and obviously Cody Crowley as well, that we got the fight. Because Cody Crowley pulled out and Terence Crawford wouldn't fight him. That's why he had the IBF belt to begin with. So, apples and oranges, man. I don't think anybody's saying that, yeah, man, we can't wait to see Jaron fight David Avanesyan, but he didn't ask for that David Avanesyan fight. Always support. Hey, thank you, Alan Sustain. Said always appreciate and support your content. Thank you, man. That means a lot. Thank you. That means, that's an essential amount. Thank you, brother. Floyd would have fought and beaten Loma by now, maybe. He never fought Tim Bradley. Why Tim Bradley? Why'd he duck Tim Bradley? Fahim? Why'd he duck Tim Bradley? You said he would have fought Loma, but he didn't fight Tim Bradley. What happened to that? Just messing with you. What's going on, Marcus Priest?
Hello?
What's up? Hello, yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? I know you can hear me. I think on my end that something happened. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Yeah, I would like to see the Boots fight, Terence Crawford fight also. But I just don't understand the narrative, that's coming across, with Terence Crawford. I mean, I look at Terence Crawford and Errol Spence as kind of like a final boss type situation. They was, the top of that division, and it was understood that pretty much after that fight that, they was leaving the division and going to 154. So I don't know, like, Ennis' name didn't come up, pretty much at all, what I'm saying, as far as, he's going to get next, whoever wins or whatever, because they were both was going to leave the division. As far as Crawford keeping the belts, I mean, he won the belt. So, I mean, if he want to drop him, he could drop him, but if not, then I don't see what's the big deal. I mean, he has mandatories. His mandatories is not forcing a fight with him, and they're not stripping him. So as far as him holding up the division, to my understanding, I think he's champion in recess, in pretty much every division, except the IBF, of course, because they took their belt. So I just don't understand the narrative. Like, it's okay for, Crawford to have other plans, that didn't include Ennis, and I think he will fight Ennis if the money's right, but his whole thing is, he's an older fighter. He's looking to cash out. He's on record as saying, he don't want to fight until he don't want to fight in his 40s. So, he's trying to get Canelo or, a couple more big fights, and lead a sport. So I think that's pretty much where it's at. And Ennis really just don't fit in those plans. That's all I got.
Yeah, man, but drop the belts and leave the weight division. If he's holding the belts, I think does he still have the WBO and the WBA? No, he doesn't have. Yeah, does he still have them? Just drop them then, and nobody will be talking about it. But if you keep them, you got to fight the champion or the top guys in the division.
But even with that, it's kind of telling to me that, he's willing to fight Boots if the money is right. Because unlike Devin Haney, he dropped the belts and left the division. Like, I think he's holding on to the belts to, so he could have that door open to, revisit that opportunity if the money's right.
If he wins this fight with Manmarov, he loses all those belts.
Yeah.
All that stuff goes away. So it's like, just drop him. He's fighting Manmarov. He's going to have the WBO interim title, and he would have the WBA world title. So that should just drop the belts, man. He ain't holding on to those belts hoping that maybe somebody will give him money to fight Gervonta. He just don't want to fight Gervonta.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, and by dropping the belts too, you can say that you dodging Gervonta. You know what I'm saying? Why you drop the belts? So maybe he's just like, hey, if they want the belts, they'll take them. And he's trying to play it that way. That's the way I look at it. But I mean, he's on record as saying that I don't have a problem fighting Boots if the money's right, but I'm trying to do other things. And that's just what it is. That's the way I see it. I don't think neither one of these guys are scared of each other, and that's been the narrative. Like, I've heard it on both sides that, what I'm saying, that they're scared to fight each other. Boots ducking Crawford and Crawford ducking Boots. I mean, they're not ducking they're not ducking either one of them. It's just, they just have different plans. That's the way I see it. I would love to see the fight, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, man, I don't see the argument that Boots ain't trying to fight him. I just see that Bud doesn't want to fight him, and he's not going to fight him. So it is what it is. But
yeah,
I wouldn't put that on. I don't put that on Boots. I put that on Bud. He doesn't want to fight him, and I think it's blatantly apparent that he don't want to fight him. Yeah,
but it's to me, it's the reasoning why he's not going to fight him. I don't think it's fear. I think it's just like hey, I'm trying to do something that's never been done. And Gervonta Ennis don't fit in those plans, unfortunately. I mean, the upside of Gervonta fighting Crawford is all Boots. If he was to win, he gets everything. If Crawford was to win, then it is what it is. I mean, that's not really his plans. That's not. It's legacy for Boots, but it's not legacy for Crawford.
Yeah, but what difference does that make me?
No, I mean, yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Me too. You know what I'm saying? But as you say, we don't get a vote. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I definitely understand it, but, I mean, that's just my rationale, you know what I'm saying, into it. I mean, if Turkey Al Sheik and, could come up with enough money and, Matchroom or whatever, and, really push it and make it happen, then I definitely see it happening then, because with Bud, it's all about that paper. He's shown that. Like, show me the money and I'll show up and fight. But, when you look at the landscape of it, it's just not enough money in it for him. You know what I'm saying? And, I can make more money, potentially fighting Canelo, you know what I'm saying, than doing this. So, and I've already done that. Why go backwards? I've already run the belts at 147.
I just think it's something mighty special about Gervonta. He can fight anybody but Gervonta. He'll fight Tim Tszyu. You fight Tim Tszyu. You'll fight Madmarov. You'll fight anybody up there at 150, but you will not. There's something special about Boots that means that you have to like get extra amount of money for him. That shit sounds real suspect, man. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Did he say that?
Fighting Madmarov, man.
Did he say that
Madmarov ain't no big money fight?
Did he say he wouldn't fight Boots at 154?
I mean, I don't know if he was ever asked if he would fight Boots at 154.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Boots was not at 154. He's at 47.
He ain't trying to fight Boots because I'm just be flat out. He ain't trying to fight Boots because Boots may beat him. Yeah, let's get to the real shit. The real shit is that it's not Boots, and you need all kind of extra money because of what Boots is. Boots is a very, very real risk, and Madmarov is not. He's okay to fight David Avanesyan, but he's not okay to fight Gervonta because Gervonta ain't Avanesyan. I just call a spade a spade. You got a 27-year-old undefeated fighter who's big and can do all of this stuff in the ring, and he don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight him for that reason. Not because it's something he's looking for. So this big payday, because the big paydays ain't there with anybody else. He ain't getting any more money for Madmarov than he would be getting for Gervonta.
Yeah, but he's getting a belt at 154 though.
Yeah, I mean, but okay. You think that's the difference? You really think it's the belt? And if Gervonta was fighting at 154 and Gervonta had the IBF at 154, oh yeah, then he'd be like, yeah, I don't need the extra money for it. Yeah, just give me Gervonta. No, he ain't gonna fight that dude because of the reality that the dude is 37 years old, Gervonta is 27 years old, and you very well may get caught out there with that kid.
I mean, potentially.
With that kid.
I mean, what you're saying is not wrong, but Gervonta is not leaving that division anytime soon. And Crawford is not going back to that division. So I understand that you're saying that, hey, I want to fight him, but just like a Tank thing, like, if you really want to fight him, you got to go where he's at. Like,
dude, Terence Crawford left the division. He was in the same division and he left it.
Yeah,
he didn't want to fight the dude.
But that was always the plan for now.
No, he would say it was not always the plan.
It was always the plan for him to leave 147.
Always the plan. No, it was not always the plan. Absolutely was not always the plan. It wasn't the plan for him to move up to 147, move up to 154 when Errol had that rematch. And Errol said, hey, yeah, I want the rematch at 154. But he said, I don't know, man. I think I want it at 147. My understanding is that Errol, that Terence still wanted the rematch at 147 with Errol till the rematch fell out. And Terence Crawford said he would stay at 147 for Gervonta.
Yeah, because that's big money. Because it's big money for him.
So it was not always part of the plan. Okay, it's not part of Madmarov was not always part of the plan. No, he was not. Okay, the plan got there when it became Gervonta. He don't want to fight Gervonta. And the reason he don't want to fight Gervonta, in my opinion, is because he can lose that fight. That is a very young, very, very good fighter. And that's why people want to see the fight. Terence may win the fight, but he may not win the fight. But these other guys that you're talking about him fighting are guys that he's going to beat. So let's not overlook the fact that he's going to fight people that you know he's going to beat instead of fighting somebody that you don't know he's going to beat. And the reason he doesn't fit in the plan is because of the risk. Same thing Sean Porter said about Gervonta. Same thing everybody's saying about Gervonta. None of these guys want to fight Gervonta because they don't want to lose to Gervonta. Keith Thurman don't want it either. Keith Thurman don't want to fight him. Danny Garcia don't want to fight him. Cody Crowley didn't want to fight him. These guys don't want to fight that guy because of what the guy is. Just like people said that all those years Terence said nobody wanted to fight him. But now he said all those PBC fighters, none of them wanted to fight me. None of them wanted to fight me. Well, he's doing the same thing to Gervonta that he said people were doing to him. Shit ain't about this. Shit ain't about, it's about the fact he could lose.
I mean, you can look at it that way. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're not right either. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is, just based on, all the talking points. You know what I'm saying? So you can choose to, go your way. And like I said, you're not wrong. You know what I'm saying? But from everything that's been said, Gervonta was never in the plans. You know what I'm saying? As far as like legacy and all that other stuff.
Depends on what day. It depends on what day Terence Crawford and Terence Crawford fans are talking. One day it's that Terence Crawford wanted the fight, but Gervonta in his turned the fight down. Then the next day, it's what they say.
I mean, yeah, that's what they say, but that's not true. Yeah, that's not true.
Terence said. So, dude, that's what Terence said. Oh, I wanted to fight him, yeah, but he said no. Then hold on. If you wanted to fight him before, then you can't say that it was never in the picture to fight him. Which one is it? You either never wanted to fight him because you got other things going on, or you did want to fight him and he turned it down. You can't have it both ways.
I mean, from my recollection of what I heard, I mean, it was like a super preliminary talk, and it wasn't really nothing, but it was just a question asked, to Terence, are you willing to fight Boots if Errol Spence fight falls through? Are you willing to fight him? He said, yeah. Then they went over to the Boots camp, will you be willing to fight, Crawford if, the Spence thing breaks down? And Boozy said, well, you break pretty much, you need to talk to Showtime, and that's pretty much where it halted, so that was what it was.
He either wants to fight him or he doesn't. He either wants to fight him or he doesn't. He's either part of the plan or he's not part of the plan. If they said that they wanted to fight him, and they did say that they wanted to fight him, and
once upon a time, that
Gervonta is the reason that the fight didn't happen. But now there's a different reason for why the fight's not happening. And the different the reason is that Gervonta's not part of the plan. Was he part of the plan or is he not part of the plan? I mean, I just want to cut to the chase and just use what is very, very obvious here. If you're willing to fight Gervonta Davis at 147, if you want the rematch, wanted the rematch for Gervonta for Errol Spence Jr. to be at 147, but you don't want to fight Gervonta at 147, there's got to be a reason. Gervonta Davis wanting to fight Gervonta Davis at 147 ain't just about the money. It's the fact that he thinks it's not just about the money. It's not just about the money. It's he thinks he can beat him. He didn't say he was going to go down to 135 to fight him. He didn't say, oh, yeah, I'll go down to 135 and fight you. Yeah, I'll drain my weight. I'll tell Victor to whip me up a batch and I'll fight him at 135. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He said he'll fight him in 147. Why? Because he can win the fight. He didn't want to fight, according to what people said, he didn't want to fight Errol at 154. He wanted to fight Errol at 147. But he wants to fight Manmarov at 154 and not 147.
I think with the Errol situation,
if he wanted to fight Gervonta, if he wanted to fight Errol at 147, then why don't you want to fight Gervonta at 147?
I think he was just trying to milk some more money out of Errol to stay at 147.
Look, to me, it's very clear why he doesn't want to fight Gervonta Ennis. Very clear. Because Jaron Hennis is the biggest risk to beat him. He's
Oh, I
the
agree with
biggest
that.
risk there is to beat him. And he's not fighting the guy that is the biggest risk to beat him. And people can pressure Jaron, move up to 154, leave 147, go chase him up to 154, and to have Terence not fight him again. Because if Jaron Ennis goes up to 154, he wins this fight and he becomes the IBF champion at 150. He's already the IBF champion at 154. He becomes, and then he says, okay, I'm move up. I want to be the IBF mandatory for Terence Crawford. Because I do believe Terence would Terence be the IBF? He's fighting for the WBA and the WBO.
BO, yeah.
But whatever the case is, he's not going to fight him there. He's not going to fight him there either.
Okay, so if that in that scenario, if that happens, then that's a blatant duck. That's a blatant duck.
He's going to blatantly duck him.
Yeah, I mean, if what you said happens, if that was to happen in that scenario, then Terence Crawford would be blatantly ducking.
What's the difference between that and him being willing to keep his belt at 147 to fight Errol, but not being willing to keep his belt at 147 to fight Jaron? That's a duck too. Blatant duck too. Yeah, if you were going to stay at 147 to fight Errol, and I will stay at 147 to fight Errol. I will stay at 147 to fight Gervonta. I will do that, but I'm not staying for him. And he's your mandatory. That's a duck.
I mean, the Tank talk. I mean, that was just that's fantasy talk. We know that never was going to happen. Tank could never see 47 in his career. I feel comfortable in saying that. That was just hypothetical fantasy talk. Tank is the cash cow. He represents a lot of money. Yeah, he feel like he can beat him or whatever, but at the same time, he knew that fight was not even realistic. But yeah, Tank is gonna bring me a big paycheck. So yeah, I'll fight him at 47. So we could throw that out because that's not even real. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Errol goes, I think he wanted to keep Errol at 47 just to get some more money out of him. Because Errol did not want to.
Same amount of money, but dog, it don't matter if you're willing to fight somebody at one guy at 147, and you're not willing to fight the other guy at 147. You're willing to drop out. You're willing to have your belt stripped from you and move on. You don't want to fight that dude. I mean, you don't want to fight. Dog, you just don't want to fight Jaron. And the most obvious reason is because of what Jaron is. This is not some normal ass fighter, man. That is just like, yeah, no, that's that dude. And you don't want to fight.
I know what Jaron is.
I don't see any difference between Terence not wanting to fight Jaron and Canelo not wanting to fight David Benavidez. It's the same thing.
Nah, it's a little different.
Why? They're both the same age, both older fighters, not wanting to fight a young champion in the same division as him.
Yeah, but Terence by and large was leaving that division.
He was not leaving the division. You keep saying that he was leaving the division. He wasn't leaving that division. He didn't say anything about leaving that division. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I guess he did say that he wanted to fight Jermell for Undisputed with Jermell, but he didn't want to fight Jaron. And here's the thing: he hasn't dropped his belts. If he wanted to leave the division, drop the fucking belts. He kept the belts. He's still a champion in the division, so he didn't even leave the division. It's not the same thing as it's the same thing as Canelo. Canelo moved up and fought somebody at 175, kept his belts. And there's the best guy in the division that he holds his belts in, David Benavidez, and he don't want to fight him. If you give me $200 million, I'll fight him. How's that any different than Jaron saying, than Terence saying, if the money's right, I'll fight him. But if the money ain't super right, I'm not fighting him. That's the same thing Canelo's saying with David Benavidez. And he's doing the same thing. Canelo moved up to 168, up to 175 pounds and fought guys at 175. When David was at 168. To me, it looks like the same thing. You got a young fighter, young undefeated fighter that people want to see you fight. You're later in your career and you don't feel like letting this man get on against you.
Yeah, but let's see what Terrence does as far as once he has his fight at 54, what he does after that.
He's
If
going
he
to have another fight at 154. He's going
okay,
to try.
so
He's
so
going
that
to try to fight. He's going to move on, and the next fight that he wants to have is going to be Sebastian Fundora. But
so
Sebastian Fundora is probably going to get stripped, so he's going to wind up fighting for a vacant 100 of vacant WBO belt after they strip Sebastian Fundora.
which is telling us what he's trying to do for his legacy.
Yeah,
Jerron,
not fight Boots. I got it. Not fight Boots.
like I said, Jerron
For his legacy.
just don't fit in those plans.
Obviously, because he don't want to fight him.
Yeah, because he
But it ain't because of his legacy. It's because of that ass whooping that he may face. I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna put that shit out there.
I mean, like
They
you
don't
said,
want to fight that dude. When guys his age do not want to see a fighter like Gervonta, they don't want to see Gervonta because what Gervonta can do in the ring. In the ring. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not trying to fight Keith Thurman. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not trying to fight Sean Porter at over 40 years old when these guys are fresh and in their prime. And if you see, and just like if you saw Floyd Mayweather Jr. early in it when he was fighting and Terence Crawford was still fighting at the same time, Floyd Mayweather Jr. wasn't looking nowhere near Terence Crawford. Wasn't looking nowhere near him. They weren't in the same weight class, but even if he was in the same weight class, Terence is looking like Terence, like, nah, you're gonna have to grow your own name over here. You're not getting me. It's very, very few and far between where you have a champion like Ali that will still fight Larry Holmes. And Terence Crawford is doing the same thing with Boots. It's gonna be he's gonna earn his name off all y'all. He's not earning his name off me. He's not gonna get the shot. And if Gervonta was at 154, there'd be another excuse as to why not Gervonta. Why not Gervonta? Well, I've already done Undisputed twice. That's what it looks like to me. I don't think he wants Gervonta because of Gervonta's ability to fight. Terrence Errol probably doesn't want to fight Gervonta for no good reason. Like, yeah, with a lot of money and a lot of belts, okay, I'll fight Gervonta. But other than that, man, give me Sebastian Fundora.
Yeah, Errol was in the same boat. Errol was in the same boat.
Errol ain't in the same boat. Errol wants to fight dudes that got a chance to beat him.
No, I was saying like when Errol was coming up, nobody wanted to fight Errol until they literally had to fight Errol. So basically, because what Errol represented, when he had belts and this, that, and the other, whatever, and that's why he said, he'll never fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman did him, kind of similar, or whatever. But I get it. Like you said, you're not wrong. You can go that way, I just look at it a little bit different. But like I said, I can see what you're saying, though. I can see what you're saying.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Marcus Priest.
All right, man.
Yes, sir. Real quick, Raymond Murphy say, hey, man, big time said, just for the integrity of your channel, keep up the great content. Hey, I got to make sure I put you up here, man. Thank you for that $20 holler, Raymond Murphy. Joining the sponsorship crew today. Thank you, man. I see you, BPGTD. Jay Henderson said, Crawford fans make Bud seem afraid of Boots. Are they even hearing themselves? Look, man, he don't want that fight because of that chance of that fight can go south. And why take that chance? It's just what it is. He felt like he's done enough in his career to not to have to take that chance. Jose Lopez said, that's why I love this channel. Bud, don't want to fight Boots. You deserve more powerful chats for that. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you, Jose. BPGTD, how can I help you?
What up, Fanon? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hi. I'm good.
Hi.
Hello, young lady.
All right, go eat your food. Fanon, I can't sit here and watch you talk about Boots like this, man. What are you talking about? Why would he be afraid to fight Boots Ennis, Fanon? Was he afraid to fight Errol Spence? When they fought, who was number one when they fought, Fanon? Who was what for that?
You can speak, bro. I'm not here to answer questions.
Yeah. So why
What?
would he be afraid to fight? Like my man just said last time. Hold on, Poop. Hold on. When my man was scared to fight, I mean, when he fought, when he was at 147, I just don't understand how you could say that. He's afraid of an ass whooping. Isn't Errol Spence way of a more proved fighter than Boots Ennis? And didn't he have all the belts with the 3 belts? And he took his belts? So why would he be afraid to? So are you? That's like saying Boots Ennis is better than Spence. Then, yeah, him like saying
What
like
part
he
of
said.
let me tell you something, bro. What part of two different people do you not get? Absolutely. Jerron Boots Ennis is probably better than
Maybe we don't know,
I don't give a shit. You won't know. We're not gonna know because he won't fight him.
man. He don't. It don't
He won't
matter
fight him. He won't fight him.
because that's like.
So
Why would you? That's like asking the team.
Let me
That's
answer
like
that
saying.
question for you. Let me answer that question for you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jerron Ennis probably is better than Terence than Errol Spence.
Probably.
So
What's
then,
the problem? What's the probable?
Confused. Then why are you acting confused?
Because that's just a probable. We don't know. They haven't fought. Boots, like Boots ain't, he's a good fighter. He look real solid, sharp, strong. But no, I can't sit here and let you say he's probably afraid of that ass whooping. Man, don't man. Terence Crawford ain't
shit straight. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say. You're not letting me say nothing. So we can get to that. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You ain't letting me say nothing. Jerron Ennis is 30-0. He's only gone the distance 2 times. I know perfectly well what people think about Jerron Ennis, and there's a bunch of people that said they weren't going to fight him. Sean Porter said he's not going to fight him. Why? Because he's too young. He's too young. He's too big. That dude has a lot of fucking problems. It ain't going to be me that he's going to put. He ain't putting my name on his resume.
I don't think so.
Because fighters know how good fighters are early. There's a bunch of very, very good fighters, bro. Just because you don't know don't mean they don't know.
Nah. But that ain't Bud's thought process.
You don't know what Bud's. Are you Bud's brother?
Man, I know it. Yeah.
You don't know that?
I'm his spokesman. I know for a fact Terence Bud Crawford ain't afraid.
Nigga, back that up. Back that up. I'm not having fantasy conversations. You're not his spokesman.
Be back in the chat, man. Man.
Bro, don't come up. Don't talk about your spokesman, man. Keep your arguments in reality.
That's like saying, okay, why? Like my boy said that you was just on last week. Why would he fight a dude that's really like he don't got nothing to win out of that just because some fans want to see that fight? That's like saying I'd rather go to the let me go to the Pro Bowl instead of the Super Bowl when I can go up and wait, get 3 belts at this weight, become the first time 3 undisputed, and have a shot and maybe Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That's more the route I would take. Anybody, I think. Well, just because everybody fight Boots, man, stop it.
Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
He fought. I made up my mind.
Make up your mind. Which one is it? Which one is it? What reason are you going to use for the fact that he don't want to fight Boots? All you did is agree with me that he don't want to fight Boots.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said he don't want to fight Boots. Why would he? Why would anybody do that? Why wouldn't I say I'm going to go up here and I'm going to chase these other belts? I'm going to do all these other things. All of that scenario you laid out is a reason not to fight Boots. So is he not going to fight Boots because Boots has the ability to beat him, or is he not going to fight Boots because he can go find somebody else to make more money against?
Yes.
Which one?
The one you said.
Which one?
The second one.
How about both?
No, it ain't both.
Yeah. How about both? How about he go up there and fight somebody like Madmarov, and you don't even know if he's making more money against Madmarov? Don't nobody know no goddamn Madmarov.
But
Who the fuck is Madmarov? You ain't heard about Madmarov before you've heard that he was fighting Terence Crawford.
Bell, yes, I have. I swear I heard of that Russian
Really?
looking
What's his first name?
dude, kind of solid. I don't
What's
want
his
to,
first name?
huh?
What's his first name?
Man, I don't know that nigga first name. It don't
And you
matter.
don't know who he is. You don't even know his first name. Talking about you seen him. You ain't seen him.
Fights. I watched tape on him a few times before.
And you don't know his name. You don't know his name.
Does he have a belt? Is he a champion?
You don't know his name.
Is he a champion? It doesn't matter if I know his name. I know he's a champion.
It does, because you're talking about all his money. He can go fight somebody you want to see fight, and you don't even know the guy's name.
Why would I stay down here for nothing?
Let me tell you, bro, the reason why you don't, it's not staying down there for nothing because he would have got paid against Jaron. It's staying at that weight class and losing or looking very bad against a prodigy. He's not, dude is 36, bro. Gervonta, Terence Crawford's not 27 anymore, man. He's not what he used to be.
What did he do?
Used to be.
What did he do to Spence at 36?
Bro,
30.
he is not this. First of all, Errol Spence is 32. He ain't 27. He's 32. Coming off of a terrible car accident and huge layoffs.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing as a guy that is 30-0 with 29 knockouts that lives in the gym, that's bigger than you, fast as you are, also switch hits, is a huge puncher, and can do all kind of different things in the ring.
I don't believe he's faster, and I don't believe he punch harder, and I don't
Definitely punches harder.
I don't believe it.
He's way bigger.
Do
you agree that he's bigger?
Bro, been knocking people out.
Dude, do you agree that he's bigger?
Name me one top name dude that Boots knocked out. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Name one top guy Boots has knocked out.
Name one guy, man. He ain't.
Name one top guy that he's knocked out. Romian Villa.
He's kind of proven.
Romian Villa.
Huh?
Romian Villa.
I don't think. I don't think that's a top dog.
Why not?
What do you mean?
Why not? He was undefeated. He was undefeated. He was in a championship fight. It was what's wrong with Thomas? He knocked out Thomas Delorme.
Was Devin Ryan
knocked out Thomas Delorme? He knocked out Thomas Delorme.
Devin Haney was undefeated. Shakur's undefeated.
Look at Shakur. What do they got to do with it?
Now,
what do they got to do with it?
A point. I'm making a point.
Dude, you asked me who he knocked out, bro. Will you please give up that Terence Crawford is not as big as Jaron Ennis? There's a big size difference between the two of those guys. Have you noticed that? Jaron Ennis is much bigger than Terence Crawford is.
Nobody think like that. Like a real dog don't think like that.
Yes, they do think like that. That's why Terence Crawford's not fighting David Morrell.
He's bigger. So what? Nigga, we're gonna fight at the same weight class.
Sure.
You being bigger.
It matters. It matters.
Especially in boxing. It's organized fighting. They got to be around the set. They got to weigh in. They could then rehydrate. That's going to still play a toll on it. It don't matter. And I'm telling you, dogs don't think that way.
Does Terence Crawford want to fight Jaron?
Bud doesn't never have
Bud want to fight Jaron?
About being scared to fight a Boots.
Does Bud want to fight Jaron? Yes or no?
Please be scared to fight him. He fought everybody, almost everybody.
Bud want to fight Jaron or what? Does he want to fight Jaron? Does he want to fight Jaron?
Is it worth it? Does the world really want to
ask you a question? Do you think Bud wants to fight Jaron? No.
You can't
the answer's no. The answer's no.
You know
you don't want to fight that guy. You know it.
No, I
You
don't
want to fight him.
No.
That guy's in the same weight. He's a champion in the same division, same weight division. Jaron Ennis is one of the top up-and-coming fighters in the sport, without a doubt. And you don't think that something got to do, that the reason he don't want to fight him has something to do with what Jaron does in the ring?
No. Look at all the fighters that Bud Crawford has fought, and why would this dude be any special?
Because he's better.
He just came off his
better.
His life.
He's better. Because he's better than them. He's better than Sean Porter.
You think
he's better than Amir Khan. Errol, I don't even think Errol was at his best self. But even if Errol was at his absolute best, it's not guaranteed that Errol is better than him. Dude, he's not better. Dude, Victor Poststall ain't no Jaron Ennis. Neither is what's my guy's name? The Namibian guy that he fought. Dude, these guys ain't Jaron. They're not Jaron. Kell Brook ain't Jaron Ennis. Those dudes is all way past over the hill.
So what's my man name? He with the dad, with the braids, with the cornrows. He do the podcast and the interviews now. Huh?
Sean Porter?
Yeah. Sean Porter. Was Sean Porter not a dog?
Sean Porter told you that he wasn't as good as Jaron Ennis. His damn self. Before the fight. He said, I'm not fighting that kid.
That's because
dude. Sean Porter.
That's why.
Sean Porter. I'm glad you brought up Sean Porter. Because Sean Porter himself said before he fought Terence Crawford that he wasn't about to fight Jaron Ennis. Because he's like, that kid ain't making his name up off of me. He said that Jaron Ennis was the best athlete and and probably the most talented fighter that has been in boxing since Roy Jones Jr. That's what Sean Porter said when Sean Porter said, fuck that, I'm not fighting that kid.
Man, Sean Porter he's the analyst now. He gotta say that type of shit.
No, he said it when he was He said it when he was fighting.
He want to see the fight and make it build it up like you said yesterday.
Jaron Ennis is for real.
He is. I'm not saying he's not.
That's not some okey doke shit, okay?
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm not.
He don't want that. Bud does not want that smoke with Jaron because he's smart. Bud Crawford is almost 40 years old. He fuck around and get old in that ring and his timing is off or his hand speed ain't what he thought it was, and he gets in with that kid, bro, he can be in a lot of fucking trouble with Jaron.
That's going to take at least 3 years from seeing how sharp he was.
Hell no, he made Jaron Ennis made whoop Bud Crawford's ass 3 months ago.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy right now.
I'm telling you. Dude, this is how it works, bro. This is how it works, dog. I'm sorry, man. This is how it works. When you are 37 years old, you are no longer in your prime. When you're 37 years old. 37. He's 37. He's closer to 40 than 30. You get in there with a real one that's with 30 fights. It's not even like Jaron ain't got a bunch of fights. Jaron got 30 fights.
He do. I looked it up. You
jump in there with a kid like that, bro. You may very well find out, God dog, I can't get out of the way of this dude's jab.
That guy you named, I still don't know him. That one guy. Who else? You named that one guy I didn't know. Who else Boots fight? Everybody
he fought, he beat. Everybody he fought, he beat. That's what you need to know. The 30 guys that he fought, he beat them all. That's what you need to know.
40 people that Bud fought, he beat them all, and he had better competition.
40 people, and guess who's not going to be the 41st? The 41st ain't about to be Jaron.
Because he ain't got the red carpet like that. That's why.
Bud is not blind, and Bud is not stupid, and neither is Bomac, and neither is anybody in their camp stupid. Because when you get to be 37, 38 years old, and when you were 33, and you may have caught that 20-year-old when you were 30, and he was 20, you may be like, okay, yeah, let me get him now. I'm 30, he's 20, I can get him. You're not doing that shit when you're 37 and he's 27, though. You're not doing it. Because you're going to fuck around and get your ass whooped by that kid. Because that kid will fuck around and be a lot better than you think he is. That's the problem. I'm not saying that Bud Crawford doesn't believe in himself. I'm telling you that if you fuck around and you are 37 years old, and you could have been the world's best fighter when you were 27 years old. There's going to be a new world's best fighter when you're 37, and they're probably going to be around there with 27. And you jump in there with that dude, your ass going to be fucking Dr. J trying to guard Michael Jordan. And your ass be like, where did the good days go? And you just all the damn sudden.
I don't think
all of a sudden.
it's a big enough draw or attraction.
What?
Yeah. It's not a big enough draw or attraction or whatever.
Everybody knows who Bud is.
It's like
everybody knows who Boots is. Boots just sold out. Boots just sold out a stadium.
Talking about the other dude, of course the world knows who Bud Crawford is. Pound for pound.
Well, I said Boots just sold out in Philly. People know who Boots is.
Okay, yeah, but the world is not. If that fight was meant to be made, it will be made. That's why all these other fights about with Shakur and Tank and Devin, those are gonna be made at some point, no matter what.
What fights are gonna be made, no matter what?
Shit, Shakur, Devin, and Tank, they're gonna fight.
Dude, Devin is never fighting Shakur.
Tank.
Devin will never fight Shakur.
Unless he gonna run. But he should.
And Devin will probably never fight Tank.
I already took an L. He gonna risk it again. Trust me, I know. Got that.
I don't like this. I don't like this future telling you do.
I'm telling you, they're gonna fight. Cause y'all do it. I watch these shits. Oh, fight him. When is he gonna fight? Shit in the contracts, man. That shit gonna come. It's gonna happen. It always does when time is due. When it's right, it's gonna happen. Every fight, damn near we wanted to see, other than, you feel me? Then them maybe like super big name fights like a Bud and a Canelo, nigga. That's the that's the cream of the crop right now. That's what we really want. I love Boots. Yeah, that's solid. That's a cool, great little fight. But I think Bud, get him out of there. Y'all crazy. Talking about Bud is thinking that this kid got a chance at it. Fuck no. Bud don't think that way. Bud is a dog.
Yeah, he does.
And I knew Bud was a dog when I seen him on that press conference up there.
Bud, I don't know what you're talking about. Bud ain't fucking Superman.
Bud is
damn well, bro. Bud ain't stupid.
Floyd of now.
But let me tell you, bro. Dog, seriously, we can stop this.
Bud is stupid now, man.
Bud ain't stupid. And a year from now, when he hit 38.
Saying none of this shit before he Spence. What? He was talking about Boots, Spence.
Dude, you have to stop talking over me, man.
Go ahead.
I need for you to stop talking over me.
Go ahead.
Dog, I've been talking about Boots well before the fight between Terence Crawford and Errol. Well before that. Boots has been on the map well before that. Well before it. Everybody just knew that Boots was not going to get the shot at either one of those guys until they fought, because they held all the belts. That's it. But Gervonta has been on the map for a while now. Like years now. Again, he's got 31 fights, bro. He's got 30 fights. He's just not somebody that just appeared. And the question has been, which one of these guys are going to fight him? Which one? Is it going to be Gervonta? Is it going to be Errol? Will Errol fight him? We knew Errol was going to go to 154 because Errol already said that. But Bud never said anything about going to 154 before he fought Errol. He didn't say that. He said, except for he did say something about fighting Jermell, because Jermell was undisputed at the time. Mm-hmm. But you can live in La La Land if you want to. Dude, 27 years old versus 37 years old is not something a 37-year-old is going to forget about. You know full fucking well what is happening with them young boys. And that's just for real. You can outthink them to a certain point. You can outthink young dudes to a certain point. But then eventually, when your physical decline is gone far enough and their experience level is gone up, your ass can be in a lot of fucking trouble, especially if you can't prepare for them. Because what Bud will do is Bud prepares and knows these guys that they're fighting. He knows what he's going to do against these dudes. You don't know what you're going to do against Gervonta. But anyway, let me let you go, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, all right, for now.
All right, man, get back. Ronald Cito, how can I help you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Enjoying the live, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, 1 second. Hey, man, GTD, thank you, brother. I appreciate that conversation, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, let me. I guess I want to understand your position. You think you think Bud is strategically avoiding Boots?
Do I think he's strategically avoiding Boots? I don't think he has any interest in fighting Boots at all.
Okay, okay. And I mean, so do you think you don't think he's ducking Boots though, do you?
I don't think he wants to fight Boots. I think that he dropped the belts. If he drops those belts and go to 154 and he decides he's going to go to 154, I won't waste my time calling that a duck.
Right.
But the reason that he doesn't want, I am thoroughly convinced that he does not want to fight Boots. He doesn't have any interest in that fight, not because of the lack of money or the lack of belts. I don't think that he wants to risk it against Boots. I don't think he wants that.
I mean, human nature could make that assumption, but I don't think Bud has. If it was something there worth fighting, I feel like he would. I do feel like there's a certain risk versus reward play at here. You know what I'm saying? Where he might be strategically weighing out the risk versus the rewards. But I just want to make this pellucidly clear. Bud Crawford is levels above Boots Ennis right now.
Really?
Yes, sir. And it's for multiple reasons. One, he's just accomplished way more in a shorter amount of time. Two, Bud is fought
In a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, by the time he was Boots' age, he was already undisputed at 140. So, you know what I'm saying? Bud's been doing this for a long time. You see what I'm saying? So Bud is much stronger than Boots as well. I don't know if you know, but Bud is a very strong guy physically. He hits very hard. I don't think Boots has had enough competition on the level of premier prize fighting to say that he's avoiding Boots, because Boots ain't really nothing to avoid when you're on the level of a Bud Crawford.
What? Boots is the number one welterweight.
No, he's not.
He as of right this second, he is the number one welterweight for sure.
Hold on. Is Bud
For
Crawford
sure.
still in the welterweight division? I know he's preparing for a 154 fight.
I'm not counting Terence Crawford.
Oh, okay. Well,
if you're fighting Terence Crawford, the number one guy in that division is, other than Terence Crawford, is Gervonta Ennis. Easy. Yeah, and Gervonta Ennis is probably a better fighter than anybody at 154. All of them. Yeah, I'm not taking any of those dudes to beat Gervonta at 154.
I mean, listen, I've never seen Gervonta at 154, so I can't make those type of assumptions.
I have. He's had several fights at 154. He's knocked out several 154 pounders.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Joe, let me tell you, he has fought at 154. He fought a guy that missed weighed in somewhere around 153, and he knocked the dude out.
Okay, cool. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, has he ever officially campaigned at the junior middleweight division?
Let me ask you a question before I do this. All of that stuff.
Is that
how good a fighter was? How good a fighter was Terence Crawford before he fought?
I'll answer
that. No, not hold on. I'm asking. Go ahead. How good a fighter was Terence Crawford before he fought Thomas Delorme?
Delorme.
Mm-hmm.
That was at 40, right? Was
he before he fought Thomas Delorme?
That was at 40, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was a pretty good fighter.
The answer is this: he's every bit as good of a fighter as he is right now.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't see what that had to do with anything.
Let me explain what it has to do with it. Okay. Let me explain what it has to do with it. Since you didn't get it, he's every bit as good a fighter as he was. He's probably better then than he is now, because he was younger, he was faster, he didn't have as much wear and tear. He probably had a little less experience, but he was an incredible fighter. But guess what? You didn't know that he was that good a fighter.
No, I knew Bud was good when he was at 140. I just want to say something real quick.
Let me finish. My point is, you did not know how good he was at that moment. He just proved how good he was with every fight that took place afterwards. You don't know how good somebody is until you see them beat certain people. But that doesn't mean that they're not that good. They are that good. You just didn't notice it yet. So Terence Crawford doesn't know how good Gervonta Ennis is. And guess what? Gervonta could be one of two things. He could either be, or three things. He could be exactly as good as you think he is. He could be not as good as you think he is. But the third option is that he could be better than you think he is. Seeing as Gervonta Ennis is as good as he is, the problem with Terence Crawford is that he may be better than you think he is. You may get in there with him and he's faster than you think he is. His reflexes are better than you think they are. His power is better than you think they are. His ability to adapt and change could be better than you think they are. Because the kid has everything in the toolbox. Everything. He can fight in the pocket. He can fight outside. He can fight southpaw. He can fight orthodox. He's got power in his left. He's got power in his right. He's got excellent ring generalship and excellent defense. He literally checks every box. And you may fuck around and find out that he's better than you think he was. And that because you're 38, that you're not quite as fast as you thought you were. There are guys that Muhammad Ali fought when he was 33 years old, 32, 33 years old, that if he had fought him when he was 26, he would have killed him. The fight with him and Joe Frazier probably wouldn't have been competitive at all if it would have happened in 67. But because it didn't happen until 72, then you see a different Ali. You see a slower Ali. The Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson may have lost to Larry Holmes if Larry Holmes had fought him 3 years before. If it was Larry Holmes who fought right before Michael Spinks, he might have been Mike Tyson may have lost to that one, but give it 3 years and see what happens to you. What I'm saying is, dude, this guy Gervonta is the real fucking deal, bro. That shit is like there was a time when Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have beaten Gervonta. Dude, if Floyd Mayweather Jr. fights Gervonta now, Gervonta Davis is going to kill Floyd Mayweather. That shit will be a bloody ass mess if he fought Gervonta Davis right now. Because it's at a time, there's a new breed coming along. So that's my point. Go ahead, though.
Okay, no, and I understand that. That's completely valid. I just don't think Bud's at that point of a Larry Holmes when he fought Mike Tyson. I don't think Bud's at that point. I think Bud's in his prime, and because Bud has such a great work ethic, and he stays in shape year round, I feel like he can do this for a while. Now, I don't see him declining anytime soon where Boots Ennis would be able to take advantage of him, whether they fought or not. Now, that's just my opinion. And, you say he's the number one welterweight. Okay, besides Bud, that's true. But at the same time, people were saying the same thing about Spence. Now, I know it's different, completely different stylistically, but people were saying that he was the number one welterweight. And you see how light work that was. It's been light work since Bud's got to 47. I think his hardest fight was Kavaliauskas. And if I'm not mistaken, Boots' father said that they were offered that fight for the Mean Machine. It was either the Mean Machine or the Avanesian fight, and they turned it down. So, I mean, we can speculate, but at this point, I think Bud has cemented himself, faced enough competition to say, Boots and Bud would be a great fight. But I see Boots being stopped by somebody like Bud at this point in Bud's career. That's just all I was going to say.
All right, man. Thank you, Ron. Jose Lopez said, that's why I love this channel. Bud don't want to fight Boots. You deserve more powerful chats. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. I was slow on that. That was fun to argue. Nah, bro, he don't want to fight that dude because of that risk. It ain't the reward. There's plenty of reward for that fight. Plenty of reward. Plenty of reward to fight him. He don't want to go fight him because of the risk. Period. I mean, I don't understand why you have a hard time seeing that. So reason some things you don't want to do. Some things you don't want to do. And hell no, I saw you frequent flyer, man. Gervonta Davis will hurt Floyd Mayweather. Right now, Gervonta will hurt Floyd. That shit is not a competitive fight, bro. It's not a competitive fight. What's going on, Hunter Young?
Hey, what's going on, Fanon? Let me
I'm
give
chilling,
you
brother.
a younger man that's a little bit younger than you opinion on this whole Boots Bud thing.
Who's younger than me?
I'm younger than you, but like 2 years. You're 55, right?
Yeah.
I'm 53, 71, baby, 1989, high school graduation. Can't tell you when I graduated from college because I took a little time.
Yes, sir. No worries.
But with Boots and Bud, I think I get what people said about, Boots doesn't have the experience, and people say, well, he doesn't have that elite experience when it comes to fighting in championship fights, but I think that just comes down to your mindset and pressure that you can take. Now, if he falls under pressure, Bud's gonna have him up out of there because pressure busts pipes, like they always say. But if he doesn't fold to the pressure, I think he'll beat Bud. It's gonna come down to pressure. Bud's not gonna do anything that Boots probably hasn't seen already. He may do it a little bit more sharper, but for the most part, Boots is a gym rat. He's probably been seeing things since he was 2 years old. So I don't think Bud is going to show him a wrinkle that Boots is like, damn, I didn't expect that. But the thing it is, like you said, that age gap when it comes to your reflexes and whatever, that's going to be another thing. If Boots can maintain his composure I think his reflexes, his ability to see things coming, his understanding of how to fight, I think that'll just take him over the top with Bud. He ain't gonna knock Bud out, but he'll beat Bud on points. Because sooner or later, Bud's been knocking everybody out. So in the back of his mind, he's gonna probably be thinking, you know what? I can knock this kid out. Yeah, that's just human nature. Human nature, if you keep doing something repeatedly, guess what? You're gonna rely on that. Just like with Tank, when Tank went the distance with little short guy, Cruz. Tank was knocking everybody out. He went the distance, and all of a sudden it's Tank was I didn't, I was like, damn, Tank actually went the distance with somebody. And I'm pretty sure that back in Tank's mind, he was like, damn, I gotta go the distance with this cat, even though he hurt his hand. So, I think it'll be a good fight. I give it a 55-45 leaning towards Bud, but I don't think it's gonna be a wash. Now the Spence fight, I was kind of like, Bud may kind of get in Spence behind because Spence does nothing that Bud can't counter. Spence was going to come forward. Spence was going to work behind the jab. That is elementary for Bud to just dictate his pace to what he wants to do. Plus, he has, plus Bud can switch if he felt like it. But I think Bud was just, it was easy work because Spence did nothing that Bud was going to be like, yeah, I got to worry about this. Yeah, he may have to worry about certain things, but he knew what Spence was. He knew where Spence was going to be to hit. And once he found out he was a little bit quicker than Spence, it was over. It was over. But that's all I had. That's it.
All right, brother. Thank you, Hunter Young. Thank you, man.
All
right, get back. Jameson Childress, what's up?
What's going on, my guy? How are you today?
Good, man. Hey, I appreciate that support, brother. Thank you, man, for holding me down, man.
Always,
Greatly.
brother. Always. How you been, man?
I'm well, man. I can't complain. What's on your mind, homie?
Yeah, just I actually wanted to call in about something else, but since we were talking about the Bud and Boots situation, I wanted to bring up that opportunity paradox again and just how frustrating it is. And for those who may not have heard before, because I know it was like maybe a year ago when we talked about it. Basically, the opportunity paradox is kind of like when you apply for a job and they say one of the criteria is you need field experience. But in order to get field experience, you need a job or an opportunity. So as it relates to boxing, everybody's saying who is Boots' fault. Boots needs more experience to be at that world-class level to be ready for Crawford. But in order to get to that world-class level, he needs to fight a big name, be it at the time when they were at 47, a Spence or a Porter or a Garcia or whomever. So before we just throw away the opportunity for Boots to get in there with Bud, I just want everybody to ask yourselves, like, whoever your favorite fighter is, who are they? before they got the opportunity to prove it. Because Wilfred Benitez could say that about Sugar Ray. Like, yeah, he's an Olympic gold medalist, but who has he fought to deserve to get in there with me? You know, who was Marvelous Marvin Hagler before he got in there? I can't think of the gentleman's name who he beat for the world title, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I get what you're saying.
But yeah, that's all I had to say about the Boots and Bud conversation. What I actually wanted to call in about was when you were talking about Ali and Joe Louis.
Yes, sir.
I think one of the things that, particularly in America, we need to let me back up. Specifically, as we as Black people in America, we should do a better job of celebrating all of our athletes, especially when it comes to the sport of boxing. I remember, I think ESPN or Bleacher Report had this big thing during Black History Month where they were shouting out all of the great Black athletes through time. You know, Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and the sort. But I couldn't help but think about when you brought up Joe Louis. I believe he still holds the all-time boxing record for consecutive world title defenses at like 25 or 26,
Yeah,
correct?
something like that. Yep.
And it's like, why something like that should not be lost to the annals of time, especially when you consider he fought, like he held that record close to 100 years ago, if not 100 years ago. You know, we should be celebrating guys like, Jack Johnson being the first African-American heavyweight champion. But yeah, that's just that's my little soapbox that I wanted to get on today.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. And I think you're 100% right. That's why we try to talk. We try to talk about the history of boxing a good amount. But thank you, Jameson. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, man.
And I do believe that you're right. That is what they're taught in. They're caught in the opportunity paradox, because you say, well, who is Gervonta? Who is Bud? Boots ain't ever beat anybody, so therefore he doesn't get to fight anybody.
Right.
Like,
Because
there's a point in time where Terence hadn't beat anybody.
yeah,
That's
like,
why I had to go ahead. Man. No,
No,
so
go ahead.
that's why I asked the question. Like, how good was he before he fought Thomas Delorme? The answer is you don't know how good you didn't know how good he was, and he was probably every bit as good then as he is now. So you don't know, like you don't know until they fight. The question is, have you done the things necessary to be put in a position to get the fight? And Jerron has. He's the IBF champion at 147. He was a champion in the division the same time Terence Crawford is. So people want to see the fight. But I just don't think Terence wants to fight because of the age. I think it's the age, and he probably does want easy fights. And Terence is not above taking easy fights. Canelo's not above taking easy fights. Neither is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford will take Avanition and be like, yeah, give me the check. He will do that. He will take on a worn out Kell Brook. He will take a worn out Amir Khan. He will take out a worn out Sean Porter. He will take those fights. Mm-hmm. And so don't say, oh, well, it's really about, how do we know? How do we know for sure Amir Khan wasn't the best? But anyway, that's my take, man.
No, I agree, because I mean, who was, like you said, who was Bud before he beat Ricky Burns? Who was Errol before he beat Kell Brook? Like, we could play round robin with this all day. It's like, I know you shouldn't just leave it to the eye test, but at the end of the day, who is the cream of the crop right now at 147 outside of Terence Crawford?
Boots. It's just Jerron. It's Jerron. And then it's Jerron, it's Stanionis, but here's the thing, man. It's like, even with Terence, even with Gervonta and Shakur, people can say, well, they didn't really like Shakur's performance. But the fact of the matter remains is Shakur Stevenson still is the WBC champion. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. That he is the WBC. Thank you. That he is the WBC champion. And he's a guy that should be fighting the WBA champion. So we don't have to sit around and wait for a fight or complain about a fight just because you think you know who the winner is going to be. Sometimes you need the fight because of how they're positioned, either as the mandatory or as another champion. Like, I know there's not a lot of people that would give Baranchyk a shot over Gervonta at 135 right now. Mm-hmm. But if he decided to fight him, you got to accept the fight because that's a WBO champion.
Yeah.
Same thing with Terence. Everybody and their mother could think Terence could beat Jerron. But if he was going to stay at 147 and those are the only two champions, he needs to fight the guy. If Gervonta goes up to 154 and fights and gets say he gets a hold of a title up there, or he becomes the number one contender for the WBO, then Terence Crawford needs to fight him because of that, not because of all of these conversations about, acting like you're Terence Crawford's manager or something. Like,
Right.
whoa, where my client is in his career, we have to understand what is, where his mindset is as a 36-year-old father of 12 and all of that, Like, man,
Yeah.
look, dude, is he gonna fight the guy or not? And more than likely not. And it ain't got nothing to do with Jaron Ennis not being proven. It's got a lot to do with the fact that Jaron Ennis is not. They don't necessarily know what's going on with Jaron, and you may get your ass whooped by that kid because that shit is not wouldn't be out of the. That is not in the realm of impossible to take place.
All
But
right.
anyway,
And
that's
there,
my take. Thank you, man.
oh, absolutely. And then my last point, I was going to say, with regards to Boots, for people who argue that, well, he should just go up to 54 and try to fight Bud. If he won't fight him at 147, where he has been in his career thus far, where he does have some metal in the game, what chance does he have at getting a fight with Crawford at 54, where he has no credentials?
So he has no chance of getting a fight with Terence Crawford. Period.
Yeah.
Like, just be real. He doesn't have any, because Terence Crawford does not want to fight him. The fight, I think the chances of Errol Spence fighting Keith Thurman are greater than Bud fighting Jaron Ennis. I don't believe that he wants to put that shit on the line like that. And the more time goes on, the bigger chances of it not going well for him is just because of the age, man. Just because of the age. And no, please note that that's what I'm speaking of. I'm speaking of the age. And I'm talking about the age, the size, and the age plays into the reflexes. The age plays into your
Like your
your
timing and all
quickness.
that.
Yeah, it plays a big role. And on top of it, you're dealing with somebody that's been studying you. You're dealing with somebody like in Jaron Ennis that has definitely taken things out of Terence Crawford's playbook. Can probably tell you what type of combinations and what Terence Crawford's going to do before Terence does it. And that winds up coming into play too when you wind up being, when you're 26 and this was a 16-year-old. Like, he was 26. He was in the top of his prime. This kid was 16. And he was around at 16 too. Sparring Danny Garcia, sparring world-class dudes. People knew who Jaron Ennis was when Jaron Ennis was 16 years old. This ain't no new name for Terence Crawford or a new name for any of these dudes that are paying attention to who the guys are that are going to be coming around the same time that you are. But anyway, that's me. Thanks, bro.
Anytime, man. Peace out.
All right, man. Get back. Thank you. Brandon, and thank you, Jameson Childress. Thank you for always being such a big supporter. Brandon 404 said support for this great platform. And Martin, shout out to the wrenches in the chat. Great show, Fanon. Thank you, man. And we've had a good, consistent 700 people in the building. We have 550 over there on YouTube, and we got 179 over on Twitter. Glad that the Twitter audience grows. Ringside with LCD said, dude lied earlier. Bud was 29-30 when he became undisputed at 140. Oh, I felt like that was the case, but I didn't read into that. Thank you, Ringside with LCD. Yeah, I didn't think he was undisputed at 26. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I just hope he beats Madmarov convincingly. I hope he beats Madmarov convincingly. We don't have any let off. LeVar Aiken said, when boxers say there's no money in a fight, or what does a fighter bring, it's code word for I want no parts of that fight. Just ask Canelo scared ass. Yeah, he don't want Boots. But I'm not saying that he's scared of him. I'm not saying that he's scared of him. I'm just telling you, man, people will make some smart decisions when they need to. Believe it. Believe it. Give me a second. But look, man, we at that time. One more. I'm gonna take one more caller. This has been a lot of fun today. Time has really flown, man. This is really nice today. Thank you guys so much for a wonderful conversation. Really and truly, thank you guys. Freaking Flyer, you want to jump on real quick and do what you do? Drop the bells. Yeah, he should drop the bells. Like Joe Pesci said in Casino. Where did it go? Damn, where'd it go? Who wants to put up with that shit? How Bud feels about Boots? Yeah, who wants to put up with that shit? Like Mayweather said about Bud, if you think you deserve to get a shot against Canelo, fight Benavidez. Since you think you can fight and jump all the way up to those challengers, I don't know what you mean by that. Javon Freeman said, Father Time stops for no one, especially Bud against Boots. I just want to see that fight. Yeah, I do too. Bud is making a health and career decision by not fighting Boots. I think you're probably right about that. That's a risky fight for him. It's terribly risky for him. Terrible. You know what's risky like? It's risky like Alexander Usyk fighting Jared Anderson. I think it's risky like him fighting Jared Anderson. He may fuck around and lose to Jared Anderson. What's going on, Big Kafka?
It was good for non. Like, I don't know what's up with these Bud fans thinking that he's just this untouchable, like beatable person, but I think Ennis would give this man a lot of problems that he is just not ready for at this stage in his life and career. Maybe if he was younger. Maybe if this was young whippersnapper Boots, I'd give him a chance. But right now, no. I got Boots. Boots stops that man. I don't even see that fight going 12.
You don't see what going 12?
Boots versus Crawford.
Who's knocking who out?
Boots stops Crawford, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't quite go with that, but okay.
I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I just don't see at this stage in at this stage in Crawford's life and career, I don't see him having the answers for Boots right now.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Get back. Yeah, I don't see that. No. I ain't saying all that. I don't know who wins the fight, honestly. I'm just talking about why they don't want that fight. That's a bold take. Yeah, that's a bold take. What's FSG? What's FSG? Yeah, you young kids with these goddamn names. Fanon must have thrown out some breadcrumbs from all this duck talk. Hey, man, I can't say that, dog. I ain't gonna say that now. Don't put me out there like that. I know full well that may be a big problem. That Bud may be a big problem for a Jerron Ennis. Maybe a big problem for him. I could be, but I'm just saying, hey, man, that could be a big problem going either way. Yeah, it could, because, hey, Terence Crawford really is like that, man. But look, man, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know what happened. See, Eric, you seem upset. This ain't me. Anyway. But thank y'all, man. But look, man, let me roll up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat and everybody in the super chat today. Thank y'all for chopping up with me about something that did not include man, Bud is that guy, Franz Coffee. You tripping. Bud really is that guy. I gotta be the one to tell you. Bud really is that guy. He's that guy, dog. He's that guy, but Boots is dangerous. But no, Terence Crawford really is that guy, dog. He's really, really, really that guy. Yeah, Brad, we'll see you tomorrow for sure. Thank y'all. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. And with that, I'm bouncing. Deuces.